soon as this video plays, I'm gonna pause it. Welcome to Fans of Fiction. I'm Gene Skinner, you know me. There's Porky and there's Weeb. Here as well.
Meh. Meh.
Porky's rare to have on this show. There he is, the frogman with the spear pointing right at my face. Because, you know, he'll do that. He's very violent, I've heard. Very violent individual.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I've got low impulse control. Hell
yeah.
Whoa! Called you black, Porky.
Wow. You're black.
I am when you do that. I mean, that's one of your powers. Anyway, are you ready for Porky? You're gonna see some busty anime women for a minute for this meme. They're elves too.
Elf hussy. I
Both
spoke
elves.
to him first. That means he's my man.
They're fighting over an orc, like barbarian. By the way.
You're the elf hussy. He said hello to me yesterday. We're basically lovers.
Elf fight.
Wow.
Oh, great. Now we have elf cat fights.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're dating one of them.
Can't you see you're bothering him, jealous night ear?
You're the night ear.
No, you are.
Ow!
Nah, I barely know either of them. I guess I should break up the fighting, but it's funny to watch them go.
It is funny.
Ow! Hey, let's go!
Well, I guess there's no chance they could ever hurt each other with those twig arms. Ha! Pathetic.
I always knew you were scum, ever since the doom of Villahide.
Oh, you're bringing up the asteroids now. Maybe I tell him about your ever-equals wood elf trash.
Yeah.
Ah, it's a high elf versus a dark elf. Maybe. A
The
wood elf
guild
versus a high
treats
elf.
them like free entertainment. Lots of sissy slaps and hair pulling. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh boy.
That's it. You're going to the Shadow Realm.
Dothmar,
Oh shit. Magic.
Out of this land to thy throne.
The time of sinners is now.
Oh crap, they're casting! Everybody
shit.
get outside!
Oh shit, casting. Well, I don't think that went well.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Nate.
Brother.
Space Marine Legion
Yeah.
by Hulk Hogan. Brother. Alright. First long form video we got. Timeline of the Skaven Wars. And the rats went against themselves.
The Skaven are one of the most terrifying and deadly creatures found in the world of Warhammer.
Typical
The
team
verminous
behavior.
race has been responsible for
I'll do it
major
again.
attacks and catastrophes for many races and civilizations through the passing of time. In this
Puppy.
lore exploration, we will take a look at the timeline of the deadly Skaven wars that ravaged the Empire. We need to keep in mind that when the Skaven attacked en masse, they were
Oh,
a
there you are,
race
Sash.
shrouded in myth and mystery.
What you doing
So
over
when the
there, dude?
nightmare became
Owie!
Did you just
many
blind
of
me?
the
'Cause I didn't
Empire's
even
men
hear that
and
at all.
women
Ow.
Why?
terrified
Fucker.
and shocked, to say the
That's
least,
the puppy biting.
when first facing this verminous and
Scratching.
wicked monster.
Scratching, not biting.
The casualties were terrible. The exact numbers
Come on, Sash.
lost
You
to
can come up and
time
join me. I
now.
don't care. Come here.
But it is said that nearly 3
You're
of
itching
every
yourself. You
4
just erupted. Jump
citizens
when you said it.
died in the
Up.
Black Plague and the
Come up.
subsequent Skaven invasion. Entire provinces were reduced to
I know your
silence.
head's bothering you.
Their
Your ears
populations
bothering
withered
you.
by plague before they could
Oh,
even
crap.
comprehend
Oh my
the
God,
enemy
that's a lot of
gnawing
wax in
beneath
there.
their
I just felt
feet.
the side of it and I can feel it.
What began as a pestilence soon revealed itself
At
as
least we're
something
getting the
far
antibiotics
more
on Tuesday
sinister.
in a steroid.
A coordinated onslaught
Ow.
by the rat men of the
Stop
Under
touching me.
Empire, striking from sewers, cellars, and forgotten tunnels with merciless precision. In the annals of Imperial history, no other tragedy rivals its scale or horror. Not even the bitter internecine struggles of the Age of 3 Emperors, nor the dead upheavals of the Vampire Wars, can compare to the devastation wrought during this dark chapter. But how
We
did
love rat
all
people,
of this
Porky.
come to be?
I
Wow.
don't know if you know this, buddy.
Get ready to learn about this terrible but fascinating
Black
He's
Chicken.
actually pro-rat
as we go
rights.
through the tomes
mean,
and notes of history
Maybe.
to find the tales and testimonies
He
of
even
those
said
who survived the
Rats
onslaught
more like
from
my
one of the
best
most horrible
friend.
I don't know if I
chapters
said that.
in the tumultuous history of the
He
old
said it.
world.
I heard.
Well, Weeb loves things.
True, I do enjoy a variety of things.
You should know that the records of the Empire are often fragments of half-truths, preserved by those with a vested interest in the concealment of the hideous. To look upon the year 1111 of the Imperial calendar is to gaze into a pit of absolute despair, a time when the sun itself seemed to dim over a nation that had bartered its soul for the glitter of false gold.
Oh boy.
The architect of this initial decay was Emperor Boris I Hohenbach.
Hohenbach?
A man whose name is synonymous with the most profound incompetence and grasping greed ever to occupy the throne of Sigmar.
Oh,
Everything exists only.
Oh, look, it's
as
a Sarah
it
voice.
pleases us.
Hi, Sarah.
His reign,
what are you doing
which
here, buddy?
began in 1053
You heard that? That was
IC,
him.
was
Yeah.
not a period of
Like it.
expansion or strength,
Ow!
but a slow, rhythmic
Fighting,
dissolution
you little
of every
bastard.
virtue that had once bound their provinces together.
He paid
Boris
Idiot
was
money.
elected
He
as a
paid.
child by counts who desired a weak figurehead, and he surpassed their every expectation by becoming a parasite upon the very throne.
There's just something that came to mind when looking at that guy, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to be nice.
Under the Hohenbach dynasty, the imperial court in Altdorf became a cavern of sycophants and thieves. Boris did not merely ignore the encroaching shadows. He profited from them.
Of course he did.
He sold the right to electoral votes to the highest bidder, most notably transforming Nordland into an electoral province in the year 1070 of the imperial calendar by imprisoning the rightful noble house and installing a lackey who paid in silver.
Yeah.
The military,
Sorry, Sash.
once the iron backbone of the old
She's wanting
world,
because I'm moving
was
some...
neglected
Well, not moving.
until
I'm
its
just
steel was
rubbing my
pitted
hands
with
against
rust
her head
and its
there,
soldiers
there's
were
wax
reduced
and
to
she's pulling at
beggars.
fur when I do this. That's what she's
Boris,
wanting.
known for introducing many taxes that choked the populace, introduced a new head tax on veterans.
Wow,
a
he
move
put a
of such
head tax on
staggering
Weeb.
cruelty that had led to the bread march in Altdorf
Yeah, that's not
in 1110 IC, where starving heroes of the empire were met with the cold blades of the Kaiser Jäger.
If you're gonna keep being a
The
shit, you're gonna
Emperor's
go
secret
into the
police.
bed.
Into her cage.
To have such an incompetent and greedy emperor sitting at the throne
Ow!
must have been hard.
Well, it looks like she's
for the
still going to
people
be
at
a
that
shit,
time.
so...
You!
See, the
Why are we
tragedy
biting
of
me all the
1111
time?
IC
Huh?
isn't
Why are we
just
doing
that the
this, huh,
bad
Poppy
man
Butt?
wore the
Probably
crown.
because she is a
It's
puppy.
that he hollowed out the empire's soul
Don't know no better.
precisely when it needed its strength the most. Of course, we can say that the empire as a whole could not have expected to be attacked by the Skaven specifically during the time of...
Yeah, that was a
In a
raspberry
weakness.
on your belly.
But how could history have been different if the empire was better suited
Yeah, you don't
and
like that, huh?
mentally and militarily
Huh?
strong against such a devastating attack?
I'm biting you. How do you
many
like that?
lives could have been saved?
No, you don't.
How
Do ya?
many villages,
That's
forts,
why
and
you get
cities
sent to the boo box.
could have been saved?
Boo box.
I guess we will never know.
Yeah, good.
One can only wonder. Well, now,
Well, now.
moving on to the next chapter.
Yeah, right, Nate.
While the
They left
emperor
so much
preened
unfinished.
himself behind his guard and his position of power, a panoramic window of dwarf craftsmanship that offered a view of the city he was bleeding dry, a far more ancient and malignant power stirred in the lightless depths. Beneath the crust of the world, in the sprawling, stinking metropolis of Skavenblight,
Hey,
the
Shrimpus.
Council of 13 had reached a
What up,
consensus.
Scram?
The rat men had watched the surface world with glittering, envious eyes for centuries, waiting for the moment when the human kingdoms would be too weak to resist the swarm. The council, composed of the most powerful Lord of Decay, saw in Boris Goldgather the perfect
Goldgather?
opportunity for the great ascendancy.
He sounds like a
The
chosen
weapon
rat,
of choice
you know
was
what
a
I mean?
creation of Clan Pestilence that would come to be known as the Black Death.
Oh,
Arch-Plague Lord Nurglich
Black Death, huh?
and his monks of rot
Bless
had
you.
spent
Thank you.
generations
You sneezy
brewing a
bastard.
contagion of such virulence that it defied the prayers of the believers and the medicine of the academies. This was a biological masterstroke, designed to turn the human body into a vessel of liquid putrefaction.
ew.
To deliver this gift, the council
Sounds
employed
icky.
the shadowed
Does.
agents of Clan Eshin. These extremely sneaky agents infiltrated the major hubs of human commerce, carrying the pox in their fur and tainting the very water and grain that sustained the empire.
Oh, Crustaceous
They
one,
moved
that
through the
sounds most
neglected sewers of
bodacious, my
Aldorf,
guy.
Nuln and Talabheim,
So, Gene, should we
sowing
do
the seed of a
Spookies, or should I
harvest
show Bill and
that would
Ted?
later claim 3/4 of the entire
Spookies.
population. Take note of the chilling precision here. While Boris obsessed over the glitter of his gold, the Lords of Decay were perfecting the plans for our extinction as a civilization. The horrible thing to realize here is that the Skaven were clever enough that they cultivated the downfall of man.
You know, what he wants,
planned
but we
for
never
it,
think about what we
and they
want, you know.
executed.
Nope.
They
No one's gonna
turned
join
our very
besides me,
survival,
probably,
our
maybe
bread
Strong
and our
shows up.
water, into
Forky
a
will be in
delivery
bed by
system
then.
for our demise.
Yeah, that's true. I better do what Gene says.
The winter of 1111, I see, brought the wet, rattling cough of the dying. There was a mysterious illness spreading through the Empire. The victims suffered greatly before inevitably succumbing to the plague. And no
Ew.
scholar
Oh, look,
or
House
physician
Blackwing with
was
all these
able
people,
to
too.
actually find the illness's true
Black
origins,
Plague, Black
or even how to
Lung.
stop the symptoms
it's
or the
anonymous.
rapid spread of the infection. The outbreaks were simultaneous, occurring with a precision that suggested a malevolent intelligence behind the disease. In Altdorf,
Oh, yeah.
the
it's
confluence of the
it's
Reich
disease.
and Talabek rivers became a stagnant pool of dead bodies. The waterways choked with the bloated remains of those who had sought to flee the contagion.
Oh god.
The pathology of the plague was as swift as it was hideous. It began with a sudden, bone-deep chill, followed by the appearance of
Damn
dark,
good ball. Hell
necrotic
yeah.
blotches that
Hey,
blossomed
Script, if you're
across
going to be
the
around
skin
later, you're going to be
like
really
bruised
cool if you come
flowers.
watch
These were the marks of the
Spooky so you
wrath.
can help me
The
berate Gene.
signs that the victim's internal
doesn't do that.
organs were already beginning to liquefy.
He doesn't
The
though.
suffering was absolute.
He could.
Victims experienced violent
he didn't the
convulsions
few
and a
times he has
delirium
been there.
that stripped them of their humanity
could if he
for
was
the
there.
end. Those few who survived the initial fever were often led as hollowed
You know,
out
you're getting
shells.
real lippy as of late.
Their minds shattered and their
I'll do it again.
bodies crippled. Medicine was useless. The physicians of the Empire, already decimated by the corruption of the age, could do nothing but
Trip says
count
we'll see
the
what
dead.
happens. Laughing face.
In the streets, flagellants wandered in ragged bands, scourging their own flesh in a desperate attempt to appease a god they believed had abandoned them.
I mean,
The
makes
social
sense you kind of
order
think he
dissolved
abandons you when
into
you're
a
all
primal
riddled with
struggle for
plague.
survival, where the living even envied the dead in a grim sense.
The bells, they aren't ringing for the dead anymore. Sigma, help us. They are ringing from underneath the cobblestones.
Oh,
I thought it was just the fever heat, the way the shadows in the corner of the room seemed to grow fair
Gene
and
Sasha's
yellowed
barking.
teeth.
Go see what she
But the
wants.
scratching in the walls has
Yes,
turned
Sasha
into
barks,
rhythmic
totally.
thumping.
As a cat.
My blood has turned to ink, and my skin feels like
Ew.
wet parchment ready to tear. They told us it was the foul air from the marshes, but I know better. I can hear something chattering beneath my floorboards, waiting for my heart to stutter one last time so that they can claim the meat. I think they aren't just coming for our souls. They've come for the bells.
Probably. They probably have.
It is one thing to die by the sword. It is quite another to have your own blood turn to venom while you still draw breath.
The rune of the Great Horned Rat.
What you must understand is that the Black Death was not a sickness in any sense our physicians understood. It was a biological siege engine. By the time those bruised flowers appeared on the victim's skin, the battle was already lost. The Skaven didn't just want us dead. They wanted us to witness our own dissolution. They wanted the social fabric to tear, for fathers to abandon sons, and for
That's not creepy looking with their eyes just glowing in the dark.
the pious to curse their gods.
Look at that.
When you see the flagellant symbols carved into the old stone of the Lower Reich, remember that they weren't just signs of madness. They were the marks of a people who realized that science, gold, and even steel are useless when the very air you breathe has been turned against you. Uncountable people during those grim times didn't just lose their lives, they lost their innocence and their hope. What a way to... Forgive me. On to the next chapter. To the east, the provinces of Sylvania underwent a transformation that was perhaps more horrific than the plague itself. The Skaven, ever eager to harvest the warpstone meteors that rained from the Chaos Moon Morsleep in 1111 IC, had expected the province to be a defenseless larder. They had not reckoned with Frederick Van Hal, a former priest of Moor, who had recently turned to the dark art of necromancy after witnessing the futility of
necromancy
in the face of the Black Death. Van Hal, who would later be known as Van Hels, saw the plague as the ultimate recruitment tool.
That would be very interesting if true, Mr.
The
Nate.
dead were immune to the pox and the terror of the rat men. He raised the victims of the plague as an undying army, their rotting hands gripping rusted blades with an
House Black Lung, represented by the rats.
For many years, Sylvania became a war zone of the macabre, where the legions of the dead clashed with the first seething hordes of the Under Empire that were just starting to rise to the surface. Van Hal built the fortress of Van Heldenschloss, a citadel of bone and shadow that stood as a wall against the Skaven expansion.
Hell yeah. Got him.
You're already weeping, Porky.
Porky,
it was a
tied to my
attrition
boogans, bro.
that spared the rest of the Empire from a total
We'll kill you.
collapse.
Even though Porky has betrayed you
Yeah.
several times and made you
scarred
feel bad about
wasteland,
yourself and
where the
a lot
dead
of things.
refused to rest.
He would never
done
do that
Victory
willingly.
was a pity point,
I've never
as
done
he
that.
was
Hey, Weeb, I'll
eventually
kick your puppy.
assassinated by his own apprentice, Lothar
Little,
von
just a little
Dietrich,
boop.
leaving
I
his
think-
undead host
I think
leaderless,
yeah,
and
if
with
is it a
no
playful
clear
boop?
goal or destination. Just
Okay,
left
well, if
there
it's a
to
playful
wander
boop,
the
that's fine.
forests
And now you said you
as a
would kill it if you
permanent curse upon the land.
Well, if he,
Wow.
if he's clarifying it as a playful
To the
boop,
east,
then I got no
the
problem.
Skaven finally met
I think
an
you're just
enemy
trying to
that
stir up
didn't cough,
division
didn't
between
bleed,
Porky and I.
most importantly,
Well,
Yeah.
I've done it before and I'll do
Didn't
it
fare.
again, honestly.
Frederick Van Hal provides us with the ultimate cautionary tale, the danger of a man who loses his faith and replaces it with ambition.
Oh, they're zombies. I just realized they're zombies. And okay, so it's a like Nurgle zombie
Yes.
disease, yeah.
While the
That's
rest
awful.
of the
Like-
Empire was being
Yeah,
buried
the
in mass
Black
graves,
Plague's basically a
Van
Nurgle
Hal
plague.
was recruited
Using,
from
I
them.
mean,
He
there's
turned
always
our
the like
greatest
theory
tragedy
that the Great
into
Horned
his
Rat's just a
greatest
greater demon
asset.
than Nurgle anyways. Like it's just
We
one of
must
those like
ask
lesser
ourselves,
known ones or something.
was it a victory?
So.
Certainly.
Or it's
the
like
dead
just a
of
little pet in
Sylvania
the garden
held
that
the
got
eastern
loose.
passes and broke the back of the initial Skaven surge, likely saving Altdorf from a pincer movement
Beware the tooth,
that
chomp.
would have ended our race. Yet, take a look at Sylvania today.
Take a look at my
It
Sylvania.
remained a scarred, silent realm.
It's the only one he
A
ports.
province wounded by many terrible incidents
vampires.
throughout its history. Almost
Nuln
simultaneously, the siege of Nuln during the Great Skaven Wars was a masterpiece of cruel synchronization that began with the silent poisoning of a city's lifeblood. In the winter of 1111 IC, agents of Clan Eshin infiltrated the city's sophisticated plumbing and well networks, dumping concentrated warp toxins and infected refuse into the
people
water
always
supply.
remember the year of 1111, but they'll remember the year
Because
of
Nuln was the
1112.
Empire's center of industry and trade, the Black Death spread through the crowded tenements and foundries with a speed that defied any medical intervention.
I bet he thinks he's like so.
By the
Robin.
time the first boils appeared on the nobility
What up,
in the
Ramon?
West, the slums were already choked with the dead.
Ramon's one
And
of
the
mine.
city's famous artillery crews were too weakened by fever to even man their great cannons.
Oh boy, well they're
As
fucked.
the plague reached its lethal crescendo,
Oh, God.
the Skaven abandoned all pretense of stealth and launched a major
You're
attack
like,
on
fuck
the city.
that, stealth, we don't need to do that no
While
more.
Imperial survivors watched the tree line for a traditional army, the true threat erupted from beneath their feet. The Skaven utilized Nuln's own celebrated sewer system to bypass the formidable city walls entirely.
Oops. We have a really good sewer system. Be ashamed if
Thousands
giant
of
rat
clan
man
rats
used it to
and
invade
frenzied
us.
plague monks poured out the cellar grates, latrines, and forge vents, turning the jewel of the Reich into a multi-level slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
The fighting in Nuln was uniquely horrific because the city's greatest strength, its advanced, dwarf-engineered infrastructure, became its primary weakness. While the surface walls remained, for the most part, unbreached, the underground wall raged for weeks in the darkness of the Nuln sewers and the massive tunnel network. The Sewer Watch, a local militia of tunnel fighters and rat catchers, were the first to die.
Well, yeah.
They were found in the muck with their throats slit by ashen weeping blades before they could even ring their warning bells. By the time the Skaven surged upward into the streets, the defenders were fighting a multi-front war from every basement, laundry chute, and drainage grate in the city.
Plague rat he's riding. (115) of the Imperial Calendar. The Great
By 1115
Virgins.
IC, the Black Plague had achieved its primary objective. The Empire was depopulated, the major cities were weakened, and many of them under attack. Its armies were shattered, and its leadership was either dead or in hiding. The Council of 13 gave the order for the Great Emergence. This was the moment the Skaven ceased their subterfuge and launched their full-scale invasion across the main cities. The Ratmen erupted from the earth in numbers that defied comprehension. Their chittering hordes.
Actually, the biggest thing that's also said is that because of just their nature in general, that the
southern provinces
Skaven
of
are both
Averland,
children of Nurgle
Reikland,
and Tzeentch,
and
because they're magic.
were overrun within months. The Skaven did not merely kill the survivors, they viewed them as a resource to be harvested.
The Nurgles there with the pestilence.
Tens of thousands of men and women were rounded up and driven in despairing columns to massive makeshift camps established in the ruins of Heildorf and Ubersreich. There, the former citizens of the Empire were forced to toil in the lightless mines of the Under-Empire, or served as the raw material for the grotesque biological experiments of Clan Moulder. The once proud nation of Sigmar had been reduced almost to a farm for the vermin, its fields tilled by the shackled, and its cities almost overrun and claimed by the Ratmen.
Siege of Altdorf and the death of a tyrant.
A tax collector, who happened to be an imperial dwarf with a beard as stiff as his ledgers, didn't believe in ghosts when he kicked the door of a silent tenement in the eastern slums. He expected to find a tax dodger. Instead, he found the floorboards heaving.
Yep.
The air smelled of wet fur and warpstone. Before his eyes, the shadows detached themselves from the corners as he saw hundreds of red, needle-sharp eyes blinking in the dim light. Thordan didn't flee. He dropped his ledger, drew his Gromrul axe, and roared a prayer. He carved a bloody circle through the first 10 clan rats to reach him. His mail coat
ain't gonna be enough though. There's too many of them. They're gonna use numbers
before
against
the
them.
sheer weight of fur and claws bore him down. As the Skaven tore into
Good fight,
him,
but can't
they
make it.
didn't
There's too
just
many.
kill
They use
him.
their numbers way too
They
much.
shredded the very
You could probably
records of
take
the
a,
city's tithes,
maybe a small group of
symbolically
them.
ending the
But
rule of law.
biggest thing about the rats is that they're in groups and packs. You're dead.
This was just the beginning of the uprising.
They're cowards
in the
otherwise.
capital
Just
city.
on their own, though. They're not
Across
gonna do anything unless
Altdorf,
they're a fucking
hundreds of tunnels, ancient
gutter rat
forbidden
assassin.
passages the authorities
Sure,
had long
but besides
denied
that, no.
existed, burst
Cowards.
open like overripe sores.
They are cowardly.
Altdorf, the heart
It's actually
of the
really funny
empire,
because real
became a
rats
fortress
don't
of the
tend to be
damned.
very scared
The
of a lot.
city was besieged for many long
They're actually very
months,
curious
its
animals,
walls stained
but
with
that's
the
usually
sacred
what ends up
warfire
getting them
and
killed.
the blood of its defenders.
Because they're a little too curious.
The Skaven used warp lightning cannons to batter the gates, while Clan Eshin assassins stalked the shadows of the university district, hunting the few remaining scholars who might find a way to combat what remained of the deadly Black Plague. Yet, Altdorf held, its garrison surviving on the last remnants of rations. A grim example that humanity's will to live is as stubborn as a rot itself.
Oh yeah.
Men of Altdorf! Men of the Empire!
House of Black Lung!
Behold the steel in your heart! Behold the fire of your faith!
Rats have personalities people wish hamsters had. They're social in the wild. Hamsters are not. No, hamsters are not. Hamsters are very solitary.
The streets, already thin with the living, became a landscape of slaughter. In the East End, the Skaven moved swiftly. They targeted the refugee camps, established in the shadow of the walls, where the starving and the sick were huddled in makeshift canvas tents. The camps were surrounded and put to the torch by Skaven carrying flasks of volatile wolf fire. The screams of those trapped within the inferno echoed across the Reich.
Look at how huge that rat is. That's a molder rat. Look how big it is.
And watched the carnage for their own amusement.
Too big.
While most of the city descended into a cacophony of panic, a pocket of eerie, disciplined silence remained at the Temple of Mor. The Skaven, superstitious and fearful of the god of death, hesitated at the gates. Then, driven by the whips of their packmasters, they surged forward. They were met by the Knights of the Raven. 30 black-armored warriors stood like statues against the moonlight, their heavy scythes whistling through the air in perfect rhythmic arcs. For every knight that fell, 30 Skaven were piled at the temple threshold, creating a grisly rampart of vermin corpses that even the ratmen struggle to climb.
We impose our love on hamsters. They fear us or tolerate us. Rats actually enjoy people and can be trained. Yes,
the city.
I said Nathan, though. I meant
placed experimental warp charges under the support of the great bridges.
I said you were Nathan. I'm sorry. You're right.
With a groan of tortured masonry, the spans collapsed into the dark waters of the Reich.
Shrimp's not a nerd.
I mean, he's being pretty nerdy right now with this discussion of rats.
The Elector Count watched helplessly as the jewel of the Empire was sliced in two, leaving thousands of citizens trapped in a kill zone with nowhere to run but the river. Dude. The end of Boris Gold came in 1115 IC.
Yeah,
though the
whatever you say, dude.
An albino one too.
From the official histories to preserve the dignity of the
throne. Albino were
While
gray.
the chronicles claim he died of the plague, the reality is far more visceral.
Nah, I'm pretty nerdy. See, Shrimp agrees with me.
After years of watching the Emperor feast while the world withered, a noble woman named Erna
Reds
von
think they're
Thorvig
trading us. They do too, yeah.
Snapped.
That's a sociological
During
thing with them as well. Because they much like
Boris attempted to introduce yet another
much like cats, rats don't really see you as a human. They'll see you as another rat. They'll say, "Oh, look at that big clumsy rat. Look at that fellow clumsy rat there."
On the dead.
Cats see themselves in the same way.
She seized a stone hammer.
They see us both. They don't see us as apes.
They
see us as one of their fellow beings.
To death.
They don't see us as humans.
His body was cast into an unmarked pit, and the news of his passing brought more joy to the Empire than any victory in the field. His death
cats think we're
left
big
the
weird
Empire
cats. They do.
without even the presence
Dogs
of
Dog fucker Andy's analog horror. Oh god, that would be terrifying.
That the Skaven
Bob.
were all too eager to fill.
I'd call my public defender.
Further to the north, the city of the White Wolf stood as the only light in an era of absolute darkness. Middenheim had survived the plague through the brutal, decisive action of its Elector Count, Mandred von Zelt. At the first report of the outbreak, Mandred had ordered the great viaducts of the city rock raised, severing the place from the infected lowlands. He implemented a system of absolute quarantine, where the people who presented symptoms were cast out.
Well, yeah, you gotta.
And the grain was rationed with a soldier's precision. While the rest of the Empire dissolved, Middenheim became an island of order and steel.
Steely order.
In 1118 IC, the Skaven host, led by the great warlord Vrumik of Clan Mors, finally turned its full attention to the mountain fortress. The siege of Middenheim lasted for years.
Those New York rats that will attack cats and win. Yes.
A grueling contest of wills between humanity in the surface and the Skaven in the deep.
In pictures, I've never seen them in person.
Attempted to tunnel into the
mainly because
city,
outside the city they're not
only to be met by the hammers of the Knights of the White Wolf and the savage fury of the Teutogen Guard. Mandred himself was a constant presence on the battlements, his rune fang flashing in the cold light as he led sorties that broke the spirit of the
only Boston knows the horror there about.
It was during this siege that Mandred lost an eye
to a
Skaven spear, A wound
Fair.
that only seemed to
In
sharpen
the middle
his
means.
resolve to see
Yeah, oh
every
god.
rat man
Oh, I
driven
forgot about
back
the
into
middle.
earth.
Oh,
He became
man.
the Skaven
Maybe
Slayer,
PTSD. Poor
That
a
was-
name that would echo
that was
through
a
the
wild
tunnels of the
stream.
Under-Empire
That was a
as
wild
harbinger
stream
of
indeed.
doom. Across the Empire, the bells of extinction could be heard and felt by every citizen. The crisis was unlike anything that the Empire of mankind had to endure before. Years later, by the year 1122 of the
Good art,
Imperial
by the way. I always do
calendar,
love
the
Warhammer
Skaven
Fantasy
invasion
art.
had begun to falter.
Yes.
The clans, never
Still
known
Warhammer
for their
Fantasy. It looks more like
cooperation,
Warhammer 40k,
had started
but that's
to
still
turn
Warhammer
on each
Fantasy.
other in the ruins of the Empire.
That's because those are storm vermin.
Fighting over the dwindling supply of slaves and the
You're
warpstone
storm
that had
vermin.
fallen from the sky.
No.
Mandred Skaven Slayer saw the opportunity and lowered
Mandred
the
Skaven
viaduct
Slayer.
of Middenheim. His idea was
I wonder
to
how he got his
strike.
name.
I don't know.
He
Real
did
mystery.
not march alone. He rallied the remnant of the Knights of the White Wolf and the surviving soldiers of the northern provinces who saw in Mandred a
White Wolf,
leader
those guys are
worth
gonna sue.
following.
We have survived the pestilence of the Ratmen. Now we shall survive their blades.
We have tree rats for a
every
while.
man
Those
who
fuckers
can
are
hold a
big, but they
spear
avoid interacting
stand
with bigger
with
animals.
me.
Yeah.
For Sigmar's realm shall not fall to vermin, while a single heart still beats in Middenheim.
The Crusade was a grueling campaign of retribution. Mandred's army marched through the devastated heartlands, liberating slave camps and purging the nests of the Ratmen. At Dietershafen,
Ratmen.
they broke the Skaven blockade of the northern coast, allowing supplies to finally reach the starving survivors of the plague. Mandred's presence was a psychological weapon. His warriors, inspired by the wolf god Ulrich, fought with a savagery that mirrored the
Oh,
desperation
tree
of
rats
the
most commonly
age.
referred to roof rats.
The
They're highly
howl
adaptable,
silencing
non-native
the
rodents,
chittering
spend 90% of their
swarm.
time living off the ground from trees, adding some power
Observe
lines.
the contrast
That's
here.
creepy. Roof rats, huh?
While the south
They got
withered
long tails.
under the indecision
they're kinda
of
cute.
Boris gold gather,
But I can see how
the
they're a
north
problem.
survived through the cold, uncompromising steel of Mandred von Zelt. It is a harsh truth of statecraft. Sometimes, to save the body, you must cut off the infected limb. Mandred's decision to raise the viaducts and cast out the symptomatic wasn't kind, but at the end it proved that it was survival in its purest form.
Yes,
And
most
look
domesticated rats
at
are
what
actually a
that
subspecies
ruthlessness
of brown
brought us.
rat.
Middenheim didn't just hold out, it became the anvil upon which
That's
the
how fancy
Skaven
rats got
tide
made, because
finally
people kept
broke.
breeding
Warlock
brown
Vrimic
rats
made
in
the classic
controlled
mistake
conditions,
of
and they
every
craved human
tyrant.
affection.
He assumed that because we were sick, we were broken. He forgot that a cornered wolf is more dangerous than a healthy one.
Yep.
Lastly, there is the internal rot of the Ratmen themselves. It is the one grace Sigmar granted us, that the
I'm in the
Skaven
middle, I
are
missed that
incapable
part. Said
of unity.
shrimp.
Different purpose it has.
In 1122 IC, had
remember
they
the dog
remained
fucker Andy
focused,
stream?
we would be speaking their chittering tongue today. Instead, they turned on one another over scraps of warpstone and bone, proving that chaos always devours its own tail. The
Imperial
climax of
calendar
the
is the Battle of
Skaven
the Howling
Wars
Hills.
occurred in 1124 IC at the site known as the Howling Hills.
That sounds familiar.
The Skaven, realizing that their conquest was slipping away, had gathered a massive
Not
host
Warski, it's
under the personal
no, it's not
command
Warski, right?
of
Wait.
great warlord Vrimic.
Not Warski.
The hills
Think
became
it's just you and I,
a
old Bobble.
slaughterhouse of unimaginable scale.
Only we
The
remember the
Skaven
torment,
used every
the torture.
foul engine at their disposal, from plague catapults to screaming bells, in a final attempt to crush the human resurgence. The battle turned when Mandred led a desperate charge of his knights directly into the heart of the Skaven center. He sought out Vrimic, the architect of so much human misery,
Oh, that
and
rat.
the two leaders engaged in a duel that lasted until the sun dipped below the horizon. Mandred, Though exhausted and
I'm glad I
wounded,
don't
heroic
finally
Brad.
found an opening
I don't
and
remember
beheaded
all.
the warlord with a single sweeping stroke of his rune fang. He lifted the severed head of the vermin high, and the Skaven army, seeing their master fallen, broke in a wave of panicked terror.
It makes sense.
Thousands of
Yeah,
landmen
they're
were
cowardly
trampled by
if they
their
seem
own
like they have no
kind
chance of
as
something.
they fled for the safety of the dark tunnels. And on that day, at the Battle of the Howling Hills, history marked the end of the Skaven's dreams.
Again, that's a
of surface
stereotypical thing of
dominion.
Reds. Like, that they're cowardly. They're not. They don't like light so much that light's sensitive.
In the wake of the victory, the three surviving Elector
Depending on the
counts
red
met
species.
in the ruins of Altdorf and elected Manfred
like
von
light all the
Zelt
time.
as Emperor. His coronation was a somber affair, held
But
in
I'm
a
gonna
city
get my
that was
lawyer,
more
my
grave than capital.
public defender.
But it marked the return of hope to the Empire. Mandrid's reign, which lasted until 1152 IC, was a period of intense reconstruction and constant vigilance. He oversaw the clearing of the plague pits, the rebuilding of the military structure, and the re-establishment of the imperial borders.
The threat is ended. The Ratmen are broken and banished to the pits from whence they came. So let us speak of them no more, lest the shadow of their memory darken our recovery.
But yeah, so that's why they said
Mandri-
rats of unusual sides, they don't exist. Because it's like, oh, well, if we talk about them, we'll all be demoralized if they ever come back. Never talked about them. They came back. Oops.
It was under no
They were worse.
illusions about
Oops.
the nature of the enemy he had defeated. He knew the Skaven.
You know, I think maybe Gene told him not to
merely
worry about
hiding
it.
in the dark,
Porky, I think
waiting for another
he sabotaged
moment.
the
Yeah.
Empire.
I think so.
He
I
founded
think there's a good
new
argument to be
agree,
made there.
Bob.
Van Null, a specialized
Those were both
force
magical
tasked with
and
patrolling
horrific
dark places
times.
beneath the streets and ensuring that the vermin never again established a foothold within the walls. He wore a helmet crafted from the skull of Warlord Vrimic,
Nice.
a grim trophy that served as both a symbol of his victory and a reminder of the threat that remained. Under his leadership,
He either had that
the
on, but
Empire
it's like, oh,
began
stop talking about the rat
long,
people.
painful process of healing. Though the scars of the plague were etched deep into the land and the souls.
Look at that horse! Look at that horse animation. See that?
Yeah, he's big pimping.
No
The
shit.
Skaven do not forget, and their patience is as long as their memories are bitter. In the year 1152 of the Imperial calendar, the Council of 13 sent their finest assassin, Nartik of Clan Eshin, to eliminate the man who had humbled their race many years ago.
Cower hides with his rattling minions. Thinks he can escape my attentions. No chance. From the shadows I will emerge. Ambush, slay his patrols first.
The great Mandrid Skaven Slayer was murdered in his bed. His throat slit by a blade of poisoned warpstone. Nartik was careful to leave evidence that suggested a mutant had committed the deed. A common enough sight in those fragmented days, ensuring that the Emperor's death would lead to chaos rather than a renewed war against the Ratmen. What followed was perhaps the greatest tragedy of the era. The Elector Counts, unable to agree on a successor and terrified of the prospect of an invisible subterranean enemy, began a deliberate campaign of concealment.
There we go. Yeah.
They chose to believe the lie that the Skaven were merely a myth, a fabrication of a plague, maddened mind, or a misidentification of beastmen. The Sewer Watch was slowly defunded and redirected to mundane duties, and the records of the Skaven Wars were purged from the archives of Altdorf and Middenheim. The name of Mandrid Skaven Slayer was softened into a folk hero for younglings, his deeds reduced to fairy tales.
Oh boy.
The academic oversight created a vulnerability that would haunt the Empire for generations. as the rat men remained in the darkness, watching, waiting, and breeding in numbers.
Commiserating. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights off. Porky pork pork.
Were a record of absolute
That's a huge rat over
the savage, desperate heroism of those who
just
refused to go quietly.
Death wheel, pain wheel.
As scholars, we must preserve these truths.
Nothing
However
like having
hideous
just
they
a
may
fucking
be.
hamster wheel that can kill.
To forget the rat is to invite him back
That's
to
right.
the table.
Also remember,
howling hills
everyone
still
else's
echo with the
technology is
sound of
basically
the
like Victorian era.
And the sewers
The
of our
rat
great
people's
cities
World War
still
I tech.
carry the scent of the vermin.
Actually, there's even less than I think Victorian. I think it's pre-Victorian era or steam era or something like that. But still,
The annals of history
it's medieval
remain
steam.
thin on the
That's right,
exact
yeah, medieval
number
steam.
of those lives lost.
whereas the Ratmen's
plague
literal
and the
World War
ferocious
I
wars
weapons,
that
but
the bells
sci-fied
of
up.
Altdorf still toll at midnight on the anniversary of Goldgather's death.
Because that was
as
brief,
well
I
as
will
for
not
the
say House
Skaven
Black will
Slayer's
appear.
anniversary. Traditions whose origins are lost.
I'll just say that I won't say it.
but remembered by
I won't
few
not
who
say
still
anything.
walk the lightless halls of the archives and have studied
You'll still
these
know,
records.
Weeb. You'll still know I was thinking about it.
We are the keepers
Isn't that
of
what
the
he just said to
flame.
you?
And our
Yeah,
duty
basically is what he
is
said.
to ensure
Wow.
that the record of the verminous ruination is never
this,
truly
is,
lost,
this is my life, buddy.
lest the cough return
This is
and
what
the
Jesus
shadows
me
rise
frequently.
again
Did he just say just let the cough return and we've almost coughed again? That's hilarious.
to claim what remains of Sigmar's legacy.
See what you did there?
With evil on me, Porky.
Look elf to
See what he did there?
Need to die.
Thanks for walking me home, Your Highness.
Mm-hmm.
Wanna come in?
Big old
Is your
afternoon.
mom home?
Huh? You want to introduce you to my mom already?
Yerp.
Yerp.
But, well, she can't really go out during the day, so she's probably sleeping.
Ah, I see.
Wanna just play games? She'll probably be up in a few hours.
Sure. Would be nice to say hi to her. Just want to thank her for raising you as a single mother, you know?
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh god.
He wants to fuck her mom.
Yeah. Here we go. What if the Night Lords won? Here we go.
That cloud
Oh.
kind of looks like a
Oh,
woman
no.
cradling the skinless corpse of her baby in her arms. I was going to say a bunny rabbit frolicking through a field of daffodils. Oh yeah, I see it too now. You see, it's all about perspective. Wise words, brother.
Fucking
Say,
hell.
brother. Yes? Have you ever given much thought to what'll happen if we win? If we win? You know, if we somehow break the Imperium apart and scatter the other traitor legions to the winds. You know, I've never thought of it before. Yeah, me neither till now. Probably on account of how astronomically unlikely it is that we ever do anything of importance. Well, that's Aaron Dembski-Bowden's fault, not ours. Yeah, I guess. I'd settle down somewhere. Keep on skinning people and making them into furniture. You? I've been, thinking about farming recently. Oh yeah? What, like, grains, tubers? Sorghum, probably. Oh, right. Sorghum?
You're just so peaceful,
Yeah,
sorghum.
Sorghum's coming back. I've been investing all my loot from our many rangings into sorghum stocks. They've been going up all year.
I
figure I should make
don't think it's
a return
coming
on
back.
my investment after about 7,000 harvests. Sorghum, huh?
Sorghum, huh?
You know, I've heard its micronutrient profile is somewhat lacking compared to other staple grains. Yeah, keep listening to those big wheat propaganda voxcasts.
Big wheat propaganda. See what that gets you in life.
That gets you in life. Well, either way, we'll probably never have to find out. We'll never get to retire peacefully, because in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only... Hey, the Imperium just capitulated. We've got operatives gnawing on the Emperor's noggin as we speak. It was over. We won.
We won.
Yes, sir, the quiet life
Sorghum.
of a sorghum farmer. There's nothing quite like it. Keeping the galaxy of Terra fed with my filling, fibrous, slightly nutrient-deficient crops.
Slightly
I
nutrient
sorghum,
deficient.
You sorghum.
Sorghum.
He, she, we.
Sorghum.
Sorghumology, the study of sorghum.
Sorghum.
Perhaps the most fulfilling life anyone's ever lived. Hey, we're going to sow discord and chaos for old time's sake. You want to come with? Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
So, how's the, farmstead? I'm going to be straight with you. It's not really all it's cracked up to be. I thought the life of a sorghum farmer would be a little more, razzmatazz, you know?
What?
The parties, the babes, the flashy cars, the wheelings and dealings with shady politicians in back rooms.
Back rooms.
Why? What? Why did you think being a sorghum farmer would lead to any of that? It was all here in this brochure.
This brochure? Oh shit, fuck the...
How's the furniture business going? Things are a little slow these days. My output isn't what it could be. I guess I've lost my passion, you know? You skin one baby and turn it into a lampshade, you've skinned them all. Yeah, skinned babies are a little like sorghum that way. Is this going to be your whole thing now? What? Sorghum?
Sorghum.
Well, there are worse things to have. Are there? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Been a while since I participated in all this chaos malarkey. Oh, it's like riding a bike. Just tear off the skin the first person you see.
You skin the first person you see.
Oh, this sucks. I wish I was back tending my sorghum. Oh, will you shut the fuck up about your fucking sorghum? It's not even the best cereal grain. There's a reason everybody switched to wheat and corn and oats. Its yields are middling. Its lack of gluten means it produces substandard breads. And while its micronutrient profile may arguably be superior to wheat, it is less digestible, so you're getting less of those nutrients in the first place.
Wow.
I'm sorry, that was rude of me. I don't... So, that's what would happen if we win? My sons, great in their terror.
He's talking to Magnus about it? That's
vegetables. Funny. Vegetable, correct! Sorghum's a grain! Yeah, I know. Hey, everybody, come here! Conrad thought sorghum was a vegetable! I didn't, I just misspoke. What? Oh, Conrad, that is so embarrassing!
It's all busted balls.
School bar?
That was pretty good. Well, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, I'll give you that. Yeah, I mean, I've been taking improv classes at the community college. Yeah, my teacher says I have natural charisma. Well, it's probably why Father made you War Master. It's probably why Father made me War Master, yeah. I bet it is. You see, my son,
Such a
that's
twat.
what would happen if you won. Community college! Strike me down, Father!
Strike me down.
By the way, what was with that preamble about the Night Lords and the farming thing? Don't worry about it. What was it, sorghum? That's kind of a weird tangent. It was unrelated to your broader point. I said don't worry about it. Now that I think of it, what's that you're wearing? My,
wheat? He's got a wheat shirt on.
What does the W stand for? He knows too much.
He knows too much?
Yes, my master.
Yes, my master.
And that's why our ration loaf got wheat in it instead of sorghum. On ancient terror, they call this
That's all one big conspiracy.
Yeah.
Now me gonna feel like having a sandwich. Yes.
Yes. Alright, here we go. Warhammer's greatest
Today
enemy,
we're talking
Commandant.
about Games Workshop and their endless legal wars.
Yep.
Games Workshop, the company behind Warhammer 40k, has built a reputation for being litigious douchebags, going after fan projects and creators, and legally scaring anyone who even thinks about making fan content. So today we're going to take a look at some of the incidents that turned that reputation into controversy, and how they changed Games Workshop forever. Dun, dun, dun. Games Workshop is a British company that produces a ton of games, including the Warhammer series, Warhammer Fantasy, and Warhammer 40k. Warhammer pulls heavily from classic fantasy and sci-fi, including orcs, elves, and armored space soldiers, ideas that existed long before Warhammer, which makes them hard to legally own.
Yes.
Because of this, Games Workshop has spent years trying to define what it owns, and over time, they became known for aggressively defending it through lawsuits, cease and desist letters, and takedowns.
Which is
allegedly.
Again, it's really rich from them of all people because all the ideas they stole. They act like they would never get sued.
Yeah, right?
So they increasingly found themselves at odds with the very community that helped build their success. Item 1, the Chapter House case. The first major legal turning point involves a small company called Chapter House Studios. Chapter House made upgrade parts designed to fit Warhammer miniatures like shoulder pads, weapons, conversion kits, and even original models for units GW had named but had never even depicted in a model, like the Tyrannid Mycretic Spore. Probably not so much anymore, but old codexes used to have rules for units, and they just never made a model for the unit. It's kind of strange.
This
you
is
strange. So you'd have to like proxy or do a conversion, and maybe.
Yeah, that's like what are you thinking?
That was the idea.
Also, I love how they're both dressed as fucking Black Templars.
Inevitably, as a result, you get people doing that at scale and making custom models to represent the stuff there isn't models for, like this Tower of Pussies.
Tower of Pussies.
I respect that so much. This is classic, a big company trying to keep the little man down, you know? Where else am I gonna get my giant pussy spawner? Unless they're gonna make it, what am I to do?
Yeah, they're not gonna make this, obviously. Games Workshop filed a lawsuit in 2010 for copyright and trademark infringement, arguing Chapter House was exploiting its IP. Chapter House argued that you cannot infringe on something that was never visually defined or officially produced. The case went to federal court and dragged on for years, with one of the major issues being whether or not naming something in a rulebook counts as owning its full visual design.
Oh, interesting.
The court basically ruled that if Games Workshop never showed what something looked like, others could create their own interpretation. At the same time, the court reviewed around 200 specific claims brought by Games Workshop against Chapter House, with Games Workshop winning roughly 30% of them. So they still got ruled.
Yeah, they still lost.
Chapter House was forced to remove products that were too close to existing design, including variations like female Eldar units.
Alright, I didn't know Games Workshop were kind of cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some good came out of this.
Yeah, you know, it's always shades of grey with this kind of stuff, you know? It's easy to believe the David versus Goliath, but sometimes Goliath is actually kind of cool.
I actually think there being female Eldar units is kind of tight. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm just being silly. I'm just being a silly boy.
But just as important were the claims Games Workshop lost, where the court found certain elements were too generic or not clearly defined enough to be protected.
Are you telling me that Space Marine is too generic to be protected? I protest.
Just naming something or relying on common sci-fi and fantasy ideas was not always enough to claim ownership. The lawsuit was settled in 2014 with both sides coming to an agreement, but it exposed limits and...
You think you're the big swingy dick and you're gonna go in and just like...
This was not always enough to claim ownership. The lawsuit was settled in 2014.
He's got pink hair. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's real. They co-lip. It's hilarious.
That's Perez
sides coming to an agreement, but it exposed limits in Games Workshop's IP control.
Dude, this is the Strait of Hormuz all over again.
Strait of Hormuz?
You think you're the big swingy dick and you're gonna go in and just like roll them, and then turns out that female Eldar flying at your battleships and blowing them up for $30,000 a unit and trying to intercept them with $1 million per lawsuit. It just doesn't always work out how you think it will.
You can't crush the little guy like you thought you could?
Well,
You make a big giant mess?
What happened next, Don?
God. Because Games Workshop couldn't protect items that they had no official depictions for, their updated codexes removed references to certain units until they were ready to make models for them. Like the Tyrannid Pussy Tower, the Doom of whatever, and the Parasite of Mortrex. Too hard to say, they shouldn't have made those anyways. Yeah, so that's why that stopped happening. It also pushed Games Workshop to be a lot more careful. If they don't want to find someone filling a niche they themselves could be filling, then they shouldn't create gaps in their own product range. Yeah, so I guess that was the end of that era of them writing rules for things that don't exist. Which, in a way, was kind of cool for the hobby, because you could show up with, like, a thing that you invented, conversions, and, like, combining kits, you know, to field that unit, but yeah.
Wow. Games Workshop apologist alert. Everyone open your wallets. Don thinks you should give them all of your money.
Spots the Space Marine.
What the fuck is Space Marine? Defense of the Fiddler. It's a sequel to Fiddler on the Roof.
Nice, dude.
Nah.
Hello,
it's me. I'm the fiddler. I'm
Rufin. Moves one more time. I think that's an appropriate point to do this.
During the Chapter House dispute, another controversy arose around the term Space Marine, a phrase that had been floating around.
You can't copyright it, fucking Warhammer. It's been before you. You can't just copyright it because you think you can. That's dumb.
At least since the 1930s.
You could say you're Astartes stuff, sure. Alpha
2012,
Astartes, whatever you want to call them, but not
author
Space
MCA
Marine. You didn't come up
Hogarth
with
and her
that
book,
term.
Spots the Space Marine. The book was a children's story that used the phrase in a general sci-fi sense, but despite it appearing in works long before Warhammer 40,000 was created, Games Workshop was still using Space Marine as a core part of its branding. Games Workshop filed a complaint over the use of the term, and Amazon took the book down almost immediately. Cowards. But the removal drew attention from readers, writers, and legal commentators who argued that
you
Space
should need
Marine
to fuck
was
off,
a
Games
generic
Workshop.
term.
How about
the case
that?
spread across blogs and forums before Amazon finally reversed the decision.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that a lot of this is just Warhammer's legal department trying to justify its existence?
We gotta do something this week, boys.
We haven't been used for anything since Chapter House fucking rolled us. Like, we better start some shit or we're not gonna have a job.
Yeah, how many sales do you think Spots the Space Marine was doing on Amazon?
At least 3. So I can see why Games Workshop would feel under threat.
This is probably the best thing that ever happened to this author.
Yeah, I'd be pretty scared if I was a Warhammer adjacent creator or made any fan works.
Well, I think they got their comeuppance on this one as well.
Yeah.
Because they drew attention to how companies can use platform reporting systems to enforce claims without going through a full court process. Dude, that's bullshit. So they just go on Amazon and they click a button and say, hey, this is us. And because they're a massive company, Amazon acquiesces without a thought and fucks this author.
Oh, dude, Toei did that to us over our Dragon Ball Z cartoon.
This is a point close to our hearts because of our Dragon Ball Z cartoon. So we did Disney tries to buy Dragon Ball Z, and we composed sound-alike music. We didn't use any official Dragon Ball Z music. We never used copyright music, and we obviously used all original voice acting. And Toei got their panties in a bunch and just bombed our video by literally just clicking a button on YouTube that lets a huge company do that to a creator. So
that is fucked up.
Fuck you, Toei. And Games Workshop.
Yeah. Valid.
This, in addition to aspects of the Chapter House case, motivated Games Workshop to create more distinctive names. So there wasn't actually a lawsuit, there was just a big hoopla about this online. And everyone calling Games Workshop so they withdrew their action.
Did they try and copyright the term Space Marine?
Right, a hoopla.
I think they fucking did.
Allegedly. Everything said in this video is satire. We are not serious people, don't take us seriously.
Well, they hold registered trademarks for the phrase in board games and miniatures.
Dude, is that right? They own the phrase in board games and miniatures. Dude, if we were to ever make miniatures, right, we can trademark the word Psycho Warrior. Do you know what though? To be fair to us, that's a more original term than Space Marine.
Yeah.
And then if anyone else dares to make Psycho Warrior miniatures,
you wait for the fucking long dick of Flash Gets Legal to come down on you.
We're coming for you.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
If you so much as create a round shoulder pad to put on the Psycho Warrior miniatures, we will fucking eviscerate you. Scorched earth. It'll kind of be like the Strait of Hormuz, actually. So, let that be a warning.
Except you'll lose.
Except you'll lose.
Right, Tom?
Yeah, what about the gays
being
of war
weaved
movies?
on. Who could tell where the conflict will go? It's anyone's game at this point. Can I just give a fun fact?
What's that?
I got 20 years worth of earwax cleaned out of my ears this morning, and now my AirPods don't stay in my ears properly.
It's good.
I just thought that was kind of gross.
20 years of earwax.
Literally tethering to the earwax.
I always complain, mine just don't stay in my ears and they're not that comfortable. And he said, nah, dude, I've never had that problem.
Yeah, I don't have that
Must
problem.
be your stupid ears, Don. Next section, Games Workshop renames everything to ownable language. So yeah, actually, this fucking sucks. After these legal limits became clear, Games Workshop began changing how it named its factions and units, leading to a massive wave of rebranding across Warhammer, with fans describing a lot of the new names as Dog Latin. What does Dog Latin mean? It sounds mean.
Dog Latin is a humorous, bastardized form of Latin created by applying English grammatical rules or simply adding Latin-sounding suffixes to English words. I love that. Sounds kind of universe appropriate too, you know?
It extended to like the paint colors as well. Games Workshop obviously sells paints
The
to paint your little plastic men. I mean, they all had like generic fantasy names before, and now they just all have really stupid names that are impossible to remember.
Really dumb names.
Space Marines became more formally known as Adeptus Astartes. That's fair enough, because that was always in the thing.
Yeah,
just stopped calling them Space Marines, I guess. Except not really, because the video games and all that, they kind of interchangeably call them those things. The Imperial Guard became the Astra Militarum. Eldar, term Tolkien owned the copyright.
Eldar instead.
Became Eldari, and Dark Eldar became the Drukari.
Drukari, yep.
In Age of Sigmar, orcs became Oruks. Yeah,
that's so stupid. That's so fucking stupid. That's so fucking stupid spelling.
It's different than Tolkien's spelling. Tolkien's like U-R-U-K, like Urukai, you know?
Yeah.
And elves became, God.
Oh yeah, here's the elves. Rails.
A-E-L-V-E-S. You fucking losers.
You gotta fucking love it. I respect the hell out of that.
These changes made the names easier to trademark and defend, which while improving brand identity and searchability. Debatable.
Debatable.
Fucking how many people can spell Astra Militarum off the top of their head?
Who's gonna remember to type elves instead of elves and not like fucking hate themselves? Some of the older names remained in casual use among fans despite the official
It'll be a cold day hell before I call them anything other than the Imperial Guard.
changes, but the new terminology has been consistently used in rulebooks, marketing, and packaging. This marks a transition from relying on shared genre language to fully owned branding, showing how the company adapted after running into legal and practical limits.
Yep.
But it sucks. It really sucks. You ever think it's weird that Tolkien came up with the best names for everything? Do you think it's just because of how culture is played out, and then because of all the baggage?
Yes.
Yes.
They're just like more elegantly written words and phonetically superior to fucking Drukari?
Yes, also yes, because the man was like a linguistic genius. He made 1 trillion billion languages. He was a professor of all that kind of shit, no? So like, I think probably he had the perfect combination of the stuff sounds sick in the first place, but now the associations associated with it elevate it to the point of it feeling like the standard.
Well, didn't he also, did he come up with the word elves, or was that co-opted from...
co-opted from mythology.
Like human myth, right? So yeah, I guess really when you go to write your own fantasy thing like Games Workshop did, you're up against literal thousands of years of human trial and error and rejecting words and letting the good ones stick, like elves. It's never
Why did he look so despotted? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Super
it's good.
Like,
maybe you just let them be elves and not have to litigate the use of it also.
Yeah. Nope. Sorry, no can do. No.
With stronger branding in place, Games Workshop expanded how it enforced its intellectual property.
Allegedly.
Around this time, Games Workshop launched Warhammer Plus, a platform for official animations. The launch incentivized them to control how Warhammer content was produced and distributed online. This control became visible as Warhammer content grew on YouTube. Where fan animations were pulling in millions of views.
Yep. Which they
in response, Games Workshop updated its IP guidelines in 2021, restricting unlicensed animation and stating that fan work should not compete with official content.
Everybody hated that.
Allegedly, couldn't have been us. Several major fan projects got hit almost immediately. And for top creators, the choice increasingly became go official or stop. This shit just sucks. It's bad for your community to
really bad.
Squash projects like that are really only making it all more popular.
Allegedly.
The animated series Astartes was removed from its original uploads, brought under Games Workshop's control, and its creator, Syama Peterson, was hired, making the project official Warhammer content. The animator Sodaz announced he was stepping away from Warhammer projects after contact from Games Workshop, deleting all 40K animations from his channel before working with them officially.
At least it's nice that they're being hooked up with jobs.
I guess it's nice, but it's kind of like a castle takeover kind of thing.
Shitty Warhammer Plus animations that nobody likes.
Allegedly. Who knows if that's even happened? It's important we don't state things as fact, just to be impartial.
The long-running fan film Lord Inquisitor stalled during this period. I mean, I know that project hasn't gone anywhere in 15 years.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. But not everyone was fit to join under Games Workshop's umbrella. The series If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device went on indefinite hiatus due to legal concerns. Every Warhammer fan I would meet, in the late 2010s, early 2020s, always said, have you watched Emperor TTS, right? It became a legitimate column of the fandom.
Yes, it did.
Everybody had seen it. Everybody loved it.
Do you ever feel like some creators maybe used it as a chance to dip without angering their fan base?
No way, dude. Fuck Games Workshop. It's all Games Workshop's fault.
All right, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, all right,
Games
yeah.
Workshop's the boogeyman. There's no nuance to this.
The
Fuck
Games
them,
Workshop's the
but
boogeyman. There's
40K
no
is
nuance
super
to it.
Dude, I fucking hate nuance anyway.
Smaller
I
animation
agree with
channels
you, Nate.
began removing or privating their videos, with some creators receiving copyright strikes or warnings through platform systems. Others preemptively shut down projects to avoid potential legal issues. Games Workshop's making Warhammer Plus, which is aggregating all these crummy, soulless animations that they're commissioning for not enough money, made by people that do not care. And they're suing everybody into the ground.
Allegedly.
People they haven't sued yet are disincentivized to keep going, because why are they going to work hard to build something that's just going to get burned down when Games Workshop sends them a scary email that they don't have the resources to fight? And yeah, it just crushes engagement of the community with the hobby. And that's what it really used to be, at least. It really was like a hobby where you are inspiring everybody that buys into it to contribute to it in their own way and make cool stuff, whether it's like models or art or fan animations. I'm of an opinion that crushing this stuff is never good for the community.
No, it is not.
Of something like this.
Oh,
it's just fucking stupid.
You say that now, bro. This is gonna get clipped and used against us so much when we're like big fucking overlords.
When you do this with Space King and you start making lots of money, we will sue you to death.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there clearly. We will fucking come down on you.
Flash gets legal.
That's our fucking money. You're going to jail forever.
Forever.
You've used Space King for anything to make lots of money. Maybe a little money, but lots of money? No, sir.
No, sir.
Boy, I hope people can tell we're not joking right now.
I can really hope that we're not joking. It's serious.
Make sure that's in your little clip too, Buster. You know?
Yeah, use that in your little clip too,
it didn't
Buster.
Stop at crushing the fan animations. It spread into 3D print.
I love the fact that it was just it wasn't even like using that whole thing. It was just use that in your little clip too, Buster. That's the only clip they actually take. Use that in your little clip too, Buster. Sure would.
I might put that on the
takedowns
soundboard.
on Patreon and My Mini Factory targeting Warhammer style models.
Isn't there some sort of British law or American law where, like, if you don't defend your shit, it stops belonging to you?
When people are ripping off your stuff and you don't go after them, then you're kind of
admitting that it's not even yours or something.
Admitting that you don't actually have a right to it, and then it's like a run on a bank.
If that's true, and we have done zero research as always, if that's true, that's fucking insane. I feel like it's English, dude. I feel like that's a kind of dumb, stupid ass law that would exist in England.
Corgan, Google Games Workshop has to defend their copyright.
I like how we just read AI Google slop as if it's infallible.
It's definitely all true.
Yeah.
Infallible and...
Whatever, dude. Look it up yourselves.
As recently as April in 2025, Games Workshop filed a lawsuit against over 280 online sellers, with 170 of them paying Games Workshop a combined $10 million for damages. Fucking hell. Games Workshop even has an ongoing case against a 3D printing studio called Gamic that started off as a copyright strike that has evolved into a court case over its models due to unfair competition.
Well, fuck.
I'd be interested to hear how a lowly Patreon creator is presenting unfair competition to Games Workshop, but maybe so. Games Workshop has even claimed that many of Gamic's models are counterfeit and demanded their removal, which Gamic has provided images of on their GoFundMe.
I mean, that looks nebulous as fuck to me. I can see clear differences between those two things, starting with the big tiger head.
I mean, he's made his own unique take.
It's got different weapons, it's like different weapons, different creature, I don't know.
We don't know the ins and outs of this legal case. We're reading a stupid script our producer prepared for us, but it's assuming Games Workshop probably but maybe not. Allegedly So look into this yourself, make up your own mind.
Allegedly.
These actions marked a turning point where Games Workshop shifted from defending its IP
footage.
to actively
just fucking once unrelated
footage.
Just
out here unrelated footage.
Consolidating control over the entire
don't think too much about
Warhammer ecosystem.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, if you're literally offering a down-to-the-rivet recreation of a Thunderhawk as an STL you're selling for $10, you probably shouldn't get to do that. But yeah, this is nuanced, and once again, Games Workshop are allegedly so I'll just draw that black and white line. So in conclusion, in trying to control the universe built on shared ideas,
it didn't work out well for him.
Games Workshop screwed over many of the fans who helped build the universe in the first place.
Yep.
But if you want more Warhammer controversy, check out our video on the dumbest retcons
we have
in 40K.
watched that video.
That one has female custodies in it. Thanks for watching.
Now, back to elves.
Elves, you say?
An elf woman invites Hero to her dinner.
Hero.
boy.
Hey.
That's the mom.
Want to drop by my place for dinner tonight?
I have plans already. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your plans?
Huh? Oh,
maybe.
I'm gonna...
Hey, I really don't feel like using magic on you.
Oh, jeez.
You know what?
Jeez.
The plans are for tomorrow.
Oh,
so,
God.
yeah, I'll come over.
Story of a grape?
Good boy.
Oh, yeah.
Now then.
Story element, elf rape.
Simp time. A Warhammer 40k Dark Tide story.
And the last one. So many plague ogrins. Unlike the rest of you reprobates, the recent buffs to my tool set allow me to simply walk forward and mash the leftmost button to emerge victorious. Such is the Emperor's will. Well, we should all be so lucky. What about you, Provost? Yep, that's about what I thought you'd say.
I have an idea. Let's all give a round of applause to our gracious host, Lady Stephanie.
Hey, gang, I have an idea. Let's all give a round of applause to our gracious host, Lady Stephanie.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind.
We love you, Lady Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie loves you
too. Of all the freaks shackled in servitude by our glorious Imperium, I hope beloved Stephanie's shackles are the most comfortable.
They are quite, but you know what would make them even more comfortable?
What, oh beloved
What's that?
Stephanie? If we drained some of your tank water and drank it? I see the freak has about as much riz as a beast of Nurgle itself.
It would make Stephanie very happy if you gave Stephanie your credit card information.
What?
Just write a card number backwards on the surface of my tank, separate the 3 digits on the back with a dash, and Stephanie will be oh so very happy.
Oh, of course, my lady. Anything for you. What are you thinking? This is Lex Brigade of the highest order.
The Lex is not over.
7 years in the box. But just 10 million Aquila fine. Enough to buy 2 whole items from the cash shop.
Enough to buy 2 whole items from the cash shop.
Oh, sweet. 2 whole items?
Question the arbitrator's sexuality.
Silence, exemplar! We're trying to score here! Yeah, what are you, gay? I am not gay! Questioning the sexuality of a Lex Imperialis arbitrator carries a mandated edict of...
He's looking at the book.
3 weeks of sensitivity
3 weeks of sensitivity training? He's pissed.
training?
Oh, that is a nightmare.
That's a lot less severe than what I was expecting. It sounds like the exemplar wishes Lady Stephanie was Laddie Stephanie.
Laddie.
That would have worked a lot better if you were the Scottish guy. Listen, Provost, if you're not going to be a team player, you might as well clear off while the rest of us hand over our life savings to Lady Stephanie here in the hopes that we might receive a crumb of psychussy.
Psychussy?
Oh, I'll clear off, all right. Clear off and get to the bottom of this matter.
Oh shit.
Also, for the record, I like women. Not that
Not that there would be anything wrong.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Liking men, but I don't.
But I don't.
I like women. And the Lex. But mostly women.
But mostly women.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, whatever you say, bro.
What's a puff? Sergeant Major Moreau, I have Lex Brigade to report. It's going to have to wait, arbitrator. I just gave away all my life savings to Lady Stephanie, and now I'm being forced to auction off my Dota 2 cosmetics.
My Dota 2 cosmetics.
To make ends meet. By the Lex, it's worse than I thought. You don't know anyone in the market for an unusual baby Roshan, do you? Because if I can't find a buyer by tomorrow, the strike team is going to have to deploy without any pants on. No, can't say that I do. I'll ask Rannick if he can look into it. Ask him if he wants to buy my unusual baby Roshan. I will. Arbitrator, I'm glad I caught you.
Oh, God.
You didn't serve in the finance department by any
Oh,
means,
no.
did you? I'm trying to balance this month's budget, but I can't seem to square these numbers away. Oh, well, you could cancel your subscription to Lady Stephanie's Psycho Fans. That seems to be eating up around 87% of your salary. Oh, yes, sure. And why don't I just cancel my subscription to Oxygen?
Because they're all simps.
while I'm at it, huh? And food. And why don't we all just cancel our subscription to the Emperor and lose ourselves in the mire of the warp? And we'll all live in the benighted dark of chaos, unable to admire the nubile form of a tanked-up psyker and drink
and drink her bathwater.
Do you, arbitrator?
It was only a suggestion, sir. Also,
it was only a suggestion.
If you buy his unusual baby Roshan.
Tell him to put it on the marketplace.
Okay.
Okay.
Mesodron, the rejects have been bewitched by that test tube gub snail woman.
I'm well aware. Just look at KX. Keep it real with you, I must. Techno-archaeologist. Unwise that pre-servitor pussy has.
That's me acting.
I tell you, nothing good comes from this abominable mixing of the races.
You mean psychers and tech priests?
No, I mean, yeah.
No, I mean,
No.
Nothing.
Anyway, you should probably take up the matter with Grendel himself. I'm too busy trying to add backlights to my Game Boy Advance.
Couldn't you just get an SP?
Yeah, but I like the purple.
SP's come in purple.
Oh, Jesus. Look, can a woman not fiddle with her Game Boy Advance? Is that a crime now? Are you going to arrest me for simply following my dream of having an original Game Boy Advance that I can play during the daytime?
Yeah, come on, man. Like, you're being a real dick about it.
Fuck off. Just fuck off.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Inquisitor Grendel, you've got to do something. Your ship is a madhouse. Everybody's falling in love with Stephanie. They're spending their life savings trying to appease her. They're volunteering to rub her feet with null oil. They're getting on their hands and knees and licking up her tank water through the drains. They're printing out cute little stickers and sticking them all over her workstations.
You fool arbitrator, do you not see my own hand in this? It was I that beat Stephanie.
No!
Of the Morning Star into a loyal army of simps. It was the only way to cover up.
I'm tuning out. It's doing the buffering shit again.
Sorry to hear that, Bobber.
Sorry to hear that, Bobber. I'm gonna go take my shower. I'll be back.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't let Porky have the access code.
Wow.
But if they're just sending the money back to Stephanie, there's no fresh cash injection. You're just taking back the money you gave them.
Thus keeping the money moving as part of the Morningstar's self-sustaining economy.
Right, but you need more money to pay workers and artisans to manufacture additional weapons and cosmetics. You aren't getting all of it back.
Okay.
Okay.
How does this work?
I don't know, alright, I don't know. I'm just a big floating head or a ghost haunting the ship or something. I don't know.
Well, I can draw up a financial plan of action using my expertise accrued during my time in the fraud squad. But I'll need something from you in return, sir.
Anything. Name it.
Hey! Somebody finally bought my baby Roshan!
There it is.
There Are No Orcs is an indie auto-battler about destroying your enemies. But what is an auto-battler? If an auto-battler is a game about strategically deploying tactical assets before surrendering control and seeing what happens, then is deploying my car onto the highway and taking my hands off the wheel a form of auto-battling?
Yes.
Is slipping your friend LSD and watching as he loses grasp on reality an auto-battler? And of course, is the day-to-day struggle against the meaninglessness of our existence some abstract auto-battler raging within our very soul? As with any thought experiment, the answer is that it doesn't matter. Literally, the only thing that matters is developing our economy, deploying our military, and beating the shit out of the people on the other side of the field. And that's exactly what we'll be doing today in There Are No Orcs. By utilizing infinite clown cloning, genetically modified dinosaurs, and inconceivable wealth generation, we will attempt to beat this game on some of the hardest difficulties. But before we go any further, I have to tell you something. 7 months ago, I had a traumatic experience. It was late at night, and I had nothing to do, so I downloaded a mobile game. However, this was no normal game. In fact, it was the worst game I have ever played. The graphics made no sense, all the text was in Mandarin, and every time I took damage, I would receive a text message telling me that one of my family members died. The The 4 hours I spent playing that game have scarred me immensely, and ever since then, I have dedicated myself to the philosophy of quality control. These things need to be tested before they hit the market, which brings me to the sponsor of today's video, TesterUp. TesterUp is an online platform that will pay you money for testing apps and answering survey questions. The entire process is so simple, even a monkey could do it. Just sign up, choose an app, and begin testing. For example, let's take a look at my account, which I definitely use all the time. I'll select this game here, play it for 20 minutes, offer my most insightful feedback, and just like that, I made a couple bucks. Full disclosure, this won't replace your full-time job, but if you'd like a bit of extra cash, it is certainly an option. TesterUp is entirely free of charge, easy to register for, and it has a 4.2-star rating on Trustpilot with over 22 million users. Sometimes, me and all of my corporate billionaire friends like to sit around a big boardroom table and compare TesterUp accounts just for fun. Dear God, Paul Allen got paid up to $80 for a single test, and he's able to withdraw directly to his bank within 24 hours? I think I need to lay down. So don't delay. Try TesterUp for free on PC or mobile. And as a bonus, if you sign up using my link in the comments or QR code, you'll receive a $5 credit to your account. Thank you, TesterUp. Now back to the video. The first thing you're going to realize upon launching this game is that it is very Chinese. So I recommend swapping to English, at which point we can begin. Our objective is quite simple. Destroy the enemy base and kill everyone inside. In order to do this, we'll first need to decide what commander to use, which necessarily requires us to grapple with several intense moral dilemmas. For example, is it ethically acceptable to incinerate thousands of people with a nuclear bomb if I'm wearing a cool Hawaiian shirt? Is it okay to hyperinflate the global currency and then use a giant dog to eat anyone who disagrees with you?
Yes.
And of course, can I have sex with a dragon? Based on your answer to these questions, you'll have a clear sense of which commander to use. Now, we will be playing on increasingly high difficulties, which means we have to be very deliberate with our choices and save our strongest strategies for last. So we're going to start with Alistar. This is a dwarf commander who specializes in dinosaurs and genetic manipulation. Unfortunately, we will be playing with a difficulty modifier that causes meteors to plummet from the sky, which has historically been a strong counter to the dinosaur meta. Regardless, we'll do our best. Loading into the map, there are a few basic things to understand. Our enemy is all the way over here, protected by several towers. As we push down the towers, we'll gain control of these resource nodes and unlock several relics which can shape our build. But don't get your hopes up, because I'm about to hit you with the cold water. As dwarves, we have the most fucked up economic system in the game. It is a well-known fact that dwarves are sexually attracted to machinery, which is why our most valuable resource is gears. The problem is that the main method of producing gears is by spending gold, and the main method of producing gold is by spending gears. This is essentially an autocatalytic cycle, a reaction whose products rely on each other to amplify their own production. That might sound cool, but it's basically what caused the 2008 financial crisis. So our first objective is to decouple our gold income from our gear income, such that one of them crashing won't necessarily destroy our entire economy. After some deliberation, I have decided that the safest way to accomplish this is to speculate on the stock market. Much like a degenerate gambler betting his rent on the number of cars passing through an intersection, I too feel the need to risk it all. Which is why I spent our entire life savings on several unregulated stock exchanges. These buildings take 20 gold and then give us back anywhere from 1 to 100. It is gambling, but the math checks out and it doesn't require any gears. We still have about 60 seconds until the first enemy wave shows up, so I decide to finalize our opening build with a few gear factories and a military base to produce an endless supply of child soldiers. These brave warriors will carry our empire forward into a gilded age by repeatedly running down the field and capturing this gold mine before getting shot in the face. I know, that's kind of a bleak existence, but it's only going to get worse, because the first enemy wave has spawned in, and we now have a front row seat to watch our Marines get their faces ripped off by some kind of demon cat thing. In fact, if you zoom in very closely, you can almost hear the Marines desperately begging us to triple the defense budget. So I thought about that, internalized it. and decided to grab a few more stock markets. But don't worry, Marine, we also got a construction site. This building increases our total capacity for gears, which will soon become very important. Now, I love big hunky space marines as much as the next guy, but if we want to survive the upcoming demon onslaught, we're going to need something with a bit more stopping power. So I save up some gold and upgrade our commander to level 2. This unlocks new tier 2 buildings for us and also gives us a free relic. In this game, relics range from painfully mid to game-breaking super weapons, and luckily we got the latter. By selecting Crusher Robot, we can increase our total gear storage by 2 every time we kill a person. If you can't see why that is incredibly powerful, then you need to broaden the horizons of your intended genocide. With enough carnage, this will single-handedly skyrocket our gear capacity. But why does that matter? I'll tell you why. The goddamn IRS is why. Because each tax office that we construct generates us 5% of our current gears. And if we have the capacity to hold thousands of gears, then we can run that number up very high very quickly. In essence, we have deliberately dismantled our original industrialized economy and replaced the entire thing with gambling and taxation, just as God intended. It's all very exciting. But less exciting is the fact that the enemies are now using fire imps. So it's time for us to respond as if we've never even heard the word proportionality in our entire lives. Enemy army using shitty fire imps? Yeah, I'll just develop a Triceratops breeding facility and platonically crush their balls. In response, the enemies start fielding suicide bombers, and we double down with pterodactyls and raptors. The arms race has truly begun. Now, the value in these dinosaurs is that we can spend gears to use our commander's gene editing ability to upgrade them with additional stats. Currently, they only have a few bonuses, but once we get some gear stockpiled, this will get absolutely insane. The dino spam allows us to finally destroy the first 2 towers while upgrading our commander to level 4. This gives us access to a pretty busted relic combo in Armor Order and Pre-Order bonus. Here's how it works. Armor Order lets us buy these buildings, and each one that we buy permanently gives our units 30% more health. But Pre-Order bonus doubles any effects we get from buying buildings, so we're now able to buff our dinos by 60% at a time, which has quickly turned all of them into late-game tanks. Unfortunately, the enemy has just unlocked Tier 5 demons, Winged Grenadiers and Lemure Summoners. The Grenadiers are just flying dickheads with grenades. Pretty self-explanatory. But the Lemure Summoner is a far more insidious type of malevolence. Much like someone who has 50 children to offset their tax bill, the Lemure Summoner is a member of the welfare state. The Summoner doesn't contribute anything to the war. Instead, they just sit in the back line, popping out dozens of low-level demons until eventually accumulating a critical mass and crushing your society under the weight of their child army. Under normal circumstances, that would be a giant pain in the ass. However, right now, endless hordes of demon babies is exactly what we want. Because for each demon we kill, we're increasing our gear storage. And after only a few minutes of this demon infanticide, we've got it to over 7,000. This is allowing our tax offices to generate obscene amounts of resources while we upgrade our commander to level 5. This is where shit gets real. Because level 5 unlocks the Gene Factory. This facility allows us to combine genes from different species in order to invent the ultimate life form. Sometimes, when I gaze out into the abyss of the online landscape and observe the myriad horrors which inhabit it, I cannot help but feel unnerved. Like I am looking at something which used to be human, but is now just an ungodly amalgamation of genetic material collected from aborted pig fetuses and alien DNA. I genuinely believe these people are coming from some kind of clandestine gene factory, but I just can't prove it. Fortunately, in our gene factory, we won't be concocting any such homunculi. Instead, this building produces a random dinosaur, but it gives it the genetic bonuses of all dinosaurs, which at the moment equates to plus 140 attack, plus 280 health, and plus 224 armor. For reference, the average unit on the enemy field has like 10 attack and 50 health. Safe to say, we're pulling ahead, but we can't stop now, because we've got 16,000 gears and it only costs 200 to edit genes. In theory, that means we can edit 80 more genes, but in reality, we can actually go infinitely, because our tax offices are generating gears faster than we can spend them. So, like the visionary scientist I am, I spam gene editing like 300 times in a row without even considering the consequences.
That's right.
As it turns out, the consequences were that our dinos got absolutely fucking ripped and started pushing in the enemy base. In fact, I had to liquidate 90% of our military buildings to prevent us from winning too quickly. Our evolution must continue. Before long, we're at 820 attack, 1400 health, and over 350 armor.
Holy
the dinos have become so retardedly powerful that they're now tanking direct hits from meteors like it's nothing. And even with only one military building, we are easily defeating the entire enemy army. There's no stopping it any longer. Our dinosaurs push through the waves to reach the enemy keep and begin effortlessly demolishing it. Typically, it takes like 30 seconds to kill one of these. We got it done in 5. And with that, we have achieved total Jurassic supremacy, and the first stage of the challenge is complete. Now we can move on to the next stage. By increasing the difficulty 21 times, all enemy minions now have plus 69% health. So if we want to win, we're going to need a fairly broken commander, which brings us to Gustav. In the card game community, having the nuts refers to having a hand which is so powerful that you basically can't lose. And ladies and gentlemen, Gustav has the nuts, because every building in his arsenal is dedicated to the relentless pursuit of money, even at the cost of beating people to death with hired bodyguards. We load into the map to find our opponent is also playing a human faction. This is bad news, as humans are one of the most disgusting and depraved races in the entire...
Look at the lineup. We got TWC, we got Andrew Tate, we got Harry Dresden, motherfucker. We got fucking Daniel Larson. We got Glor Blocks. We got Doog. We got that guy. I forget that guy's name. Cyrex. That's Onisun, I think. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Game. Regardless, we start by pausing the game and establishing an economic base in the bottom 3 lanes. Before the timer even starts, we've got 9 farms, 2 barns, 2 banks, a park, and a bodyguard agency all producing gold for us. That might sound very promising. However, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I tried this level about 20 minutes ago, and we got absolutely humiliated by Monk Griffin catapult spam. It was a truly down and dirty, filthy experience. And regardless of how hard I scrub, I don't think I'll ever feel clean again, which is why I'm determined not to fall for the same trick this time. So I invest heavily in ranged units and pick up a relic to buff their attack. Before long, we've got an endless stream of archers perforating the locals in order to assert our mineral rights over this mine, which makes for a very peaceful backdrop to casually power level our commander. By the time we hit level 3, we pick up a camping tent, which heals our units when they're near a captured settlement, and we've also unlocked 2 of our most important buildings. First is the treasure vault. It's expensive as hell, but every few seconds it produces 1% of our total gold. Right now, that's not a lot because we're dirt poor, but it has potential due to the town center. This building buffs the speed of adjacent economy buildings by 25%, and it stacks, meaning that if we get enough of these buildings lined up, we can aggressively expand our economy into the millions. But first, we have to survive, and that's not looking so good because the enemies are pushing into our base with a combination of monks, griffins, and catapults. Dear God, it's happening again.
Oh shit.
This specific composition of units is very dangerous, because the Griffins are strong frontliners, the monks heal the Griffins, and the catapults use area of effect to saturate our entire army with damage. If you don't deal with this immediately, the enemy backline will slowly accumulate until they have enough healers to make their Griffins invincible, and enough catapults to completely remodel your base in about 9 seconds. Worst of all, we're still riding the poverty line like a goddamn roller coaster.
Oh my god!
Means we're too broke to fix this by spamming military buildings. I do try to recruit some wizards to slow the enemy advance, but it's too little, too late. They push right into our kingdom and start wrecking everything.
Oh no.
Fortunately, we get exactly 1 second chance at this, because whenever your first building is destroyed, it unleashes a man-eating suitcase to protect you for about 2 minutes. So our luggage sprang into action and massacred 300 people in about 9 seconds. I took this opportunity to ponder on our current situation, and after a brief analysis, I have decided that the easiest way to counter the enemy build is to just copy it ourselves. So I build a few griffin nests, monasteries, and siege factories, along with picking up these sunglasses to deal 400% more damage to flying units. All of that together finally put us at a kind of stalemate between our trading post and the enemy towers. We're not winning, but we are buying ourselves enough time to execute the next phase of the game plan. As we discussed earlier, treasure vaults are excellent economic buildings, and town centers give them a very powerful efficiency bonus. But now that our commander is max level, we have unlocked the brokerage. When placed between 2 buildings, the brokerage will add the efficiency bonus of the building on the left to the building on the right, which means that by using the correct arrangement of brokerages, town centers, and treasure vaults, we can propagate our efficiency downstream, taking a treasure vault from 150% speed to 500% speed. This means that instead of generating 1% of our total gold every 13 seconds, it's now generating 1% every 4 seconds. Then, by scaling our operation up, we increase that number to 9%, which, with some patience, rapidly balloons our wealth into the 6 figures. We reinvest just enough into the military to keep the enemies at bay, while letting the rest accumulate interest. I begin adding a second layer of town centers to ramp this up even further, and before long, we're in the millions. 90 seconds after that, and we're at 10 million. With this money, we could almost certainly brute force a military win, but there's a far more cathartic way for us to end this. Each vault is generating around 100,000 gold for us, and while the enemies are pushing with a sizable army, our camping tent is keeping them from breaking through. Our wealth is now exploding as we rocket into the hundreds of millions and finally approach my personal dream of becoming a billionaire, only for the game to violate us at the last possible second. It hard capped our gold at 999 town centers to ramp this up even further, and before long, we're in the millions. 90 seconds after that, and we're at 10 million. With this money, we could almost certainly brute force a military win, but there's a far more cathartic way for us to end this. Each vault is generating around 100,000 gold for us, and while the enemies are pushing with a sizable army, our camping tent is keeping them from breaking through. Our wealth is now exploding as we rocket into the hundreds of millions and finally approach my personal dream of becoming a billionaire, only for the game to violate us at the last possible second. It hard capped our gold at 999,999,999, exactly 1 gold away from becoming a billionaire. Abel was murdered by his brother out of jealousy. Prometheus was bound into eternal torture for helping humanity, and Vito Spatafore was made gay by his heart medication.
I was working things out.
All of these are classic and relatable tragedies, but being denied our capitalistic absolution by exactly $1 is truly in a league of its own. This is the kind of profound oppression that the common man could never understand. Begrudgingly, I accept that maybe 10 million gold per second is a livable wage, and we begin pushing back against the enemies, destroying 2 of their towers, which allows us to unlock the final piece of this puzzle, Big Pot Stew. This relic doubles the town center bonus from 25% to 50%, which in turn doubles our entire economy. It's time to go. I sell all of our military buildings and add another row of economy. According to my calculations, we're now generating about 280 million gold every 4 seconds.
Boom,
now
money.
you may be thinking, Reggie, that's cool and all, but your entire military has been dissolved and your last soldiers are currently dying. What now? And the answer is quite simple. We're going to erect a giant gold statue of ourselves and use it to crush our enemies under the weight of millions of gold pieces. This building is the Financial Nova. It's a real piece of shit, and you basically can't use it unless you're a billionaire, because every 20 seconds it consumes 50% of your entire gold stockpile to create a map-wide nuke. The nuke does 1 damage for every 200 gold contributed, and since it's consuming 500 million gold, the first shockwave rings out across the field, eventually reaching the enemy army and obliterating them with 2.5 million damage each. Before the Nova even exits the screen, our treasure vaults have already regenerated our wealth, and we're back at 1 billion, meaning that we now have complete and indefinite control over all life on the planet. Unfortunately, the Nova doesn't hit enemy structures, so we build a single cannon factory and a few monasteries. With this, we slowly begin tearing down the enemy base while spawn camping their armor relentlessly. Eventually, they've had enough and their keep is destroyed. Just another soul harvested for corporate America. Now, you may be thinking, Reggie, you've just resurrected the dinosaurs and broken the world economy. How do you intend on topping that? Bold of you to assume I'm atop it all, but the answer is quite simple. Welcome to the Clown Show.
The Clown Show.
Moving on to this final run, we'll be increasing the difficulty to 46, which buffs the enemy's health by about 140%. For this challenge, we're going to be using our most filthy strategy yet, and it's all based around this commander right here. Clown is a demonic jester that focuses on cloning buildings and units. Additionally, we will have to adhere to the demon faction's mechanics, which are similar to that of a live streaming website, because it all starts with a demon soul. First, we have to capture the soul. For this purpose, I recommend slave pens, slaughterhouses, or even spiky cages. Once we've got the souls, we're going to sacrifice them at such lovely locations as Sulphur Pit and Skull Fortress. This sends them straight to hell, and in return, we'll get some lovely demons. Whenever we're not sending people straight into the fiery chasm of hell, we may also decide to just burn them alive at these furnaces in exchange for gold. If you can get behind all of that conceptually, then you have a promising future streaming on Twitch. In accordance with all of that, I set us up with a simple starter build, and before long, we've got our first batch of lemures sacrificing themselves for gold mine supremacy. Our enemies attempt to stop us using goblin mechanics, but these might be the only unit more pathetic than lemures, so it's no problem. This gave us an opportunity to hit level 2 and purchase some vaults of greed. This will be our primary source of gold. Each vault can be filled with up to 1,000 souls, and the more souls inside, the more money we get. However, upon hitting level 3, we gain access to the Soul Urn Relic, which increases the Vault of Greed's limit by 1,000. This is the core mechanic which we intend to abuse with the clown. Whether it's a bug or intended game design, I do not know, but our commander ability allows us to duplicate a building, and when you duplicate a thing, the game seems to reapply all bonuses to that thing. So if we duplicate a Vault of Greed with a 2,000 soul limit, instead of getting a direct copy of it, we actually get a Vault of Greed with a 3,000 soul limit. Over several generations of cloning, this allows us to stack buffs and concentrate our entire economy into a single building, which is very powerful because it frees up plenty of real estate for this next part. Ladies and gentlemen, the circus is coming to town.
Oh shit, the circus
This is our
is here.
commander-specific building, and for the cost of 110 souls, it will summon killer clowns to stab random bystanders to death. That's always nice, but the real highlight is that each of these clowns automatically clone themselves every 30 seconds.
Nice.
And just like with the buildings, the clones seem to reapply all buffs. For instance,
shit.
earlier in the game, we picked up Berserker Armor, which gives our clowns 50% more health. Due to clone buffing, a first-generation clown spawns in with 52 health, but then his clone comes out with 70 health, and the clone's clone comes out with 88. Usually, in media, the more you clone something, the more genetically deranged it becomes. But in this game, it just gets better and better. Now, in theory, the idea of an infinitely replicating, infinitely improving army of carnival workers is very strong. But clowns are expensive as hell, and now that our enemies are using spider mines and gyrocopters, we're getting pushed back pretty aggressively. We try to stop them with some succubi and suicide bombers, but it's too little too late. So I surrender myself to the warm embrace of the luggage as it spawns onto the map and rips apart our enemies. While that's going on, I take the opportunity to upgrade us to level 5, because while the clowns are pretty good, we're currently facing an army of attack helicopters and 800-pound double-fisting robots. But what if we weren't? What if instead we were fighting an army of harmless rabbits? Because for my last trick, I decide to purchase several tier 5 magic hats. Each one of these activates to transform 5 random enemies into rabbits. It's impossible to know, but I sincerely hope that the process is painful. But even if it isn't, it's definitely painful when a gang of juggalos runs up to them and stabs them 150 times. Now listen, abusing the magic hat system isn't our end goal here, because while we could use it to win, I do feel kind of bad about using suicide bombers to fight rabbits. So gradually, I begin waning us off our reliance on magic hats, and I also decide to sell all buildings except for the circuses. Now we can fully commit ourselves to building our Giga Chad clown army. To achieve this, I start building Circles of Fury. Each one of these increases clown health by 10%, and by spamming them, we manage to achieve over 200% bonus health plus 50% from our relics, meaning that each time a clown clones himself, he gets 2.5 times better. This has huge implications. Imagine if I cloned you, and your clone was 2.5 times better. Your new better self could easily overpower you and lock you away in the attic as he stole your identity. Every day, you would be forced to subsist on a diet of table scraps and the occasional attic bat as you listen to your clone effortlessly ingratiate himself to your family and casually achieve all of your dreams. In the nights, your better self may find sick enjoyment in blowing cigar smoke up at you through the ceiling boards, which will slowly cause you to slip into an irrevocable madness. If you can't get excited about that, I just don't know what to tell you. In any event, the buffs are quickly piling up as our swarm of clowns intensifies, eventually destroying the final enemy tower and pushing on their core. The sheer quantity of knife crime on display is enough to bring a tear of joy to my eye. The enemies respond by using machine gun helicopters to spray randomly into the crowd, but for each clown they gun down, 2 take his place, and before long their base goes up in flames. A smile spreads across my face as I realize I just spent 40 minutes stabbing people to death, and all I got was this fucking toque. God damn it. Well, there you have it. We have conquered this game on multiple levels, from creating the ultimate life form to generating infinite wealth, and finally using an army of hepatitis patients to rid the world of the dwarf menace. Truly, this is a good day. I want to thank this month's patrons for supporting the channel, and finally, thank you for watching.
What are you doing, dude? Well, you're just sitting there. What? Come on. You're such a goofy cat. Next video. Here we go.
Hero.
More elf women.
Have you come back for more potions?
Nah. You provide any other services?
Oh no.
Huh? No.
Ah, well, I guess I'll come back when I need more potions then, okay?
Okay.
Oh, wait, Hero.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I do have other services now that I think about it.
More services, huh?
Well, great. I'm gonna need you to move into the castle, and I'll get somebody to run the shop for you around here.
Wow.
All
Wait, what? Really? Move in with you and the Queen?
Yerp.
Yerp.
Why?
Yerp.
I'm building a base at the castle, and I need a pod to carry you like you around. Plus, the Queen is busy most weekdays, so I'm gonna need to use you sometimes, if that's all right.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Wow. Yerp. All right, look at this, Porky.
I hate the Antichrist! I hate the Antichrist!
Wow.
This is great! With the technological innovations of the forces of hell, even a sub-8 fat fucking chud like myself can have a wholesome robotic trad wife. Lord, they're offering inexplicably attractive artillery witches to everyone who abandons the faith. Can we truly stand against this new devilry? Their hips are quite wide. Lord?
What? Oh, right. Well, never fear, Peabody. I've got just the thing.
Golly, worshipping the devil is the best! I've got a whole 30 to 40 years of cuddling with my inexplicably attractive artillery witch before I spend the rest of eternity being raped by Beelzebub.
Hey,
baby, why don't you leave that box of cogs behind and come get
Oh,
with a
shit.
real woman?
Hell yeah.
And all you've got to do is renounce Satan and all his works.
I renounce Satan and all his works!
Now for your eternal reward. A chaste monogamous relationship.
A chaste monogamous relationship.
In which we mostly just sit together and read the Bible.
Do I get raped by Beelzebub when I die?
No.
Nah.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, sweet.
I was really banking on that plan. Now God's got everyone hooked on stigmatic nuns instead. What the cheap double hockey sticks am I supposed to do with 7 billion artillery witches? Well, you could imbue them with the personality and the ability to talk like the verbal artillery witch. Oh yeah, that's what everyone wants. To hear more women talk.
What?
What? Cancel me all you want. Cancel me all you want.
Fantastic. Alright, time for Hunter of the Parroting, Chapter 5.0, The Second Inquisition. It's time. Hunter of the Parenting.
That ghoul Kevin told me about.
The prospect of one of our own being a traitor is frightening.
Without our skills, that ghoul might jeopardize all the hunters on Norfolk. Kevin went ahead and mentioned the hunter data. Hunter data is, of course, top priority for vampires of any stripe. Should they acquire it, they would
But it's not vampires where they got it, it's the werewolves instead.
Why the hell would you keep something like that?
Blame the coalition. Power and influence over the unaligned hunters will always be a higher priority than their security. There is an imposter in this chapter house! Not engaging. Lee, you're already engaged. I never signed out of lost papers.
You're the reason we collected this info. The Coalition demanded data on Norfolk's hunter activity because of your so-called reckoning.
You know what Kevin and his ilk call this newfangled movement? Second Inquisition. You sold us out to a menagerie of government stooges, private interests, and plain pretend Templars.
I trust big government over Big D any day.
Do not continue to serve the interests of the Coalition. There is nothing in any book you have that could truly explain the force of entropy we contend with.
The aid we might get from the Coalition could be quite substantial, yeah?
Keep what Fatigue just told you in the back of your mind. That ancient evil that would consume us all. We would fight on its side to save Marcus.
Oh boy. Hunter of the Parroting, The Second Inquisition. The audience with the Coalition.
How are you faring, Malcolm?
Horrible. How about you?
Horrible.
Yeah. The Coalition has the tools and the budget to rescue Marcus. It is just about convincing them.
Yeah.
Do you think you can do that?
What can we expect from them?
And what do they expect from us?
If they expect to enter this operation without us, then know that no, they will not.
Agreeing with all.
Not comfortable leaving it to the professionals.
My bravest son-in-law is well within his right to save his princely dynasty in distress.
Dynasty.
You'd risk making an already precarious position even more unsteady.
That's our thing, old man.
Oh, my apologies, young man. Instead, allow me to iterate what I've told your father, your uncle, and your grandfather time and time again.
Okay.
Stop hunting!
No way, Joes.
That you think I would not go after my own son?
Shut up and listen.
No, you shut up and listen, leaving the fate of my son alone in the hands of these inscrutable bureaucratic powers.
You're a damn sight more foolish than I thought. If you think you couldn't possibly cock this up any further.
I have an opinion,
Oh,
so
shit.
shut your mouths. Who dares? Who dares be louder than me? Kritzman? Ugh, disgusting.
Kurtman. Oh, it's Kurtman.
Displeased to meet you
That's
again.
funny.
What
Oh, that's funny. Kurtman. He's from another series. They ported him over. Ah, it's good old Kurtman from the Behemoth series.
What are you doing here?
Ah,
It's funny.
the old guard send in their most dastardly curmudgeon.
Clamp shut that brick-tooth maw of yours before I sue you for workplace harassment.
Charming as always. How's the wife and kid?
I will lob this boiling coffee pot in your stupid face! No, actually, this is my coffee.
Crickman, if I may.
Go! Explain how badly they have failed.
Crickman here has become
Crickman.
Arcanum London's fiduciary for our chapter
Fiduciary.
house. He reports and mediates between London and Yarmouth. And he manages our budget. So with that, and I'll be wholly honest, he has authority surpassing my own. So you better not keep putting your foot in your mouth, D.
Though I was nearby enough to get here in short order, I still hold you in immense contempt for dragging me from my shit hotel. But London is naturally also concerned for the absolute state of this backwater.
You've heard about the werewolf then?
Of course I did. Think, boy. Guns going off in the middle of Great Yarmouth.
Blimey, a crime in Yarmouth?
And of course, I've also heard about the kidnapping of the big red man-child.
You'll help us save that man-child, yes?
What do I look like? A veterinarian? An exterminator? Some ill-advised hybrid of these two occupations? I'm not here to put down dogs. My job is to judge.
You tottering sanctimonious...
Curb your disrespectful ire, D, or this conversation will end. Moving on. The Chancellor is, of course, correct. Violent freaks.
I will
though
also
you
be
may
right back. I gotta piss. And I
Civilians
gotta
should
pizza.
not go on any
Wow.
werewolf hunts.
All right. And what can we expect from the coalition?
Just you and me, Chad.
Oh, D could tell you. He seems to know
And Fallout 4.
everything about them.
All right, I will admit.
You will admit what?
I will admit that
Yes?
I have divorced myself, both physically and maritally, from your coalition.
Oh, wow.
As such, I remain ignorant of your wicked benefactor's exact modus operandi.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
What? Stop! Stop clapping! Stop!
You admitted ignorance about something, D. That's progress.
No, it is not! It is not progress! It is the opposite of progress! Segor!
Wow.
You foolish bootlicks! We are prodigious hunters, motivated by a deep drive, the likes of which your coalition lack. We, here and now, are motivated by the burning, painful urge to do something now! These state mooks, corporate abettors, wannabe inquisitors, will give us their guns, their armor, their experimental biochemical explosives, and avoid standing in our way. Understand?
Your naivete is so palpable I could choke on it. You'd better prepare to deal and not just make demands.
Yeah, these lads are not cut from sympathetic cloth.
They are not cut from cloth, Irishmen. Bureaucrats are born from the evil vaginas of larger bureaucrats.
Evil vaginas.
Thanks for that.
Fucking hate being in the same room as you doe-brain freaks. I hate it so much. God fucking damn it, I need more coffee.
Hold on, let me get my gun from the bus.
No.
Stay your gap, boy. We will see what we can pry from them with our bare hands.
Okay.
What orgs are we dealing with exactly, Chancellor?
I'll tell you, but first, I want to lay some groundwork. First off, I made calls. Remeld made calls. We requested support from different organizations.
Ah, no.
The ones I've contacted in the Newburgh group, the East Anglian Union and the Swedish one, they all have capable soldiers and hostage negotiators.
Absolutely does not matter. Remeld has brought the Society of Saint Leopold.
The bodyguards from the records.
What records?
The records of the Catholic Church?
Mm-hmm.
Narrated by the Pope.
And which Pope was this?
Why, Pope Leo X, of course.
Yes. One who died in the 1500s.
Or so you think.
If the peanut gallery would stop interrupting, I'd like to continue my thought.
Who's Leopold, though?
Who's Leopold,
Can
though?
he help?
This again.
Oh my god.
Are you familiar with the Inquisition?
The Inquisition.
From Monty Python?
Boy.
Yes.
Have you been watching British comedy programs?
Oh no.
Boy, I want you to envision a police officer now, right now in your head. Do you see it? Do you see it?
No? Wait, now, yeah, there she
Boy,
is.
there she is.
Excellent. Now, imagine this police officer has extrajudicial power to murder anyone they wish without consequence.
Well, easy.
But only those a church orders them to kill. And also, they tend to be really Italian.
It's the problem with your
Italian.
metaphorical police officer
Or Spanish.
that he kills too many people or not enough.
Fuck you, Quickman, and fuck the coalition!
This sucks.
Rapidly losing hope again.
No, I'm sorry.
Once again, Dee reveals as much knowledge as he purportedly has. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Are you calling me naive?
I have and am currently. More times than I could count.
As though that could be true. And yet, in our more private moments, I've heard you call the coalition far worse.
Sir D! We talked about this. Set your grudges aside. Stop acting like a child.
Yeah, he's mad at him.
Good to hear someone making sense in your clique of clowns.
Your words, they wound me like Shiv's son-in-law. But rightly so. You are correct.
Let us stop wasting time, then. We'll head in. You talk to them yourselves. Just show a modicum of respect, if you can.
Oh shit. Time to meet the coalition.
D. Remhold. Ah. I see you brought family.
Yep. Oh shit.
Greetings, D. I see you are immediately antagonistic.
Immediately.
I do not mean to be.
No lies. You will refer to me as Sister Major Benedicta Blacklaw. I am not just family. I hope that is understood.
Good to see you, Benedicta.
Door.
I ask with no ill will intended. What should have us believe that you are an appropriate choice for Force Commander?
Ah.
Benedicta is above this mission.
I'm quite
Why,
capable.
she's just like a wondrous mother who almost clubbed me to death like a baby seal when we first met. Which is how and why my powerful children.
Lord! I'm quite capable of speaking for myself. To those not in the know, I currently sit as the head of the Gladius Days East Anglian Cynical. Working closely with our traditional forebears in St. Joan, the Order of St. Leopold has shielded these lands from the servants of Satan for far longer than you have, D.
Why, you...
Cousin?
Mm-hmm. Why, Yoda?
At your leisure.
Mahagut, Benedicta, let us continue where we left off. I have debriefed everyone on the situation, and we would now formally plead our case. The Arcanum requires the aid of allies in the Coalition, and we need it as quickly as possible. What can we do to facilitate you in our requests? I open it up to the board.
Oh, here we go.
Chancellor McConnell.
Oh,
Black woman.
McConnell. Bills well.
As you understand, we are, of course, highly troubled by this incident.
It's a bloody sin. Oh, a shame.
Scum rabbit.
By the devastating loss of our, if you'll allow me to get personal for a moment, cherished and beloved.
Oh boy.
What?
Yeah.
Hunter data. It's difficult to fathom its loss.
What?
It and all its geographical metrics, covert photography, and database of show sizes shall all be remembered.
You're not happy because I don't know.
Amen.
It has so much shit on it.
Welcome
Let
back.
me admit, it was my aim, peerless as it is, that destroyed this most precious object.
You do blessed a good bear, Remo.
Yet, circumstances demanded its destruction, like the
And he's back.
Yep.
murder of Vernon Fatigue.
Bob is back. Back
and the
again.
injury of several of our members.
We barely found a trace of the disc after impact. Only a piece of the label sitting in
I guess it is,
werewolf
Bob.
gore
It's
and
unfortunate.
narcotic residue.
That's all well and bad, yet the fact remains. It was you who lost the Hunter data, no?
Sacre bleu! I defended it from capture! Did you not hear a word I just uttered?
I am dealing with immense tragedy here, Mr. Blacklaw.
Bilgewell? Hello?
Our own were maimed and slain by a lichen.
Yes, that may well be.
He doesn't
but
care,
the
wow.
thing is, I don't really,
Care.
that much.
Low down yellow-bellied scorpion.
Controversial, maybe.
As lovingly collated a stash as it was, Avery, it cannot be our focus at this hour.
And why ever not?
Oh, jeez.
Why are we spending time on this?
Excuse me?
On the bloody data?
Ever so much?
Again! Fatigue was murdered!
Buckle was kidnapped.
I suggest you recalibrate your response with a bit more tact, Bilgewell.
My God! These are the errant Helsing types we came here to aid? This rabble!
Yes, it is, Bob.
The data here is relevant because of the murder of Vernon Fatigue. And the
Fatigue. That's
kidnapping
called
of
the
the
range.
civilian vigilante
For the
being a
schedule-wise.
direct result of the involvement of yourselves, Vatter.
What?
Had you instead initially gone through appropriate channels, coalition forces would have resolved this issue
Oh, look who's here. That's not a telling sign that they're on the bad guy's side, because she is a Fomori.
without any awesome casualties! Unfortunate dead guy-ings. And the intel, fuck! No loss of precious intel either.
Dad, it's the screaming burger lady.
I noticed. Say nothing.
What is this? A tribunal?
We must declare you all wanting.
We are wanting aid. Yes.
I measure your wanting of aid as an inferior metric to your wanting of character.
My measurement differs.
It cannot. Mine is objective.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes.
No.
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 Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Immovable object versus immovable.
If Porky had a text-to-speech device.
I am driven to drink.
D. Remold, break your kids out of the infinite logic loop.
Benedicte, what is St. Peter's Basilica made out of?
Travertine.
They should consider rebuilding with stronger material.
I declare you twice wanting.
Twice wanting support.
Stop that right now!
So undignified.
Benedicte, dear daughter, the destruction of the data was accidental.
It being accidental is a moot point. It happened.
The Society of St. Leopold holds that they be held accountable for jeopardizing highly classified information, as well as those midwinter booty shorts.
Indecency in the eyes of God. Your God is indeed a jealous God.
Father Leo will arrest these palookas. Apostle power.
We gladly provide the cells.
So hasty, secondary Belgian goon. I haven't gotten to our turn.
Secondary
How can you be so focused?
Hold it! Whilst this should have been resolved differently, we are where we are. They couldn't have known the true motivation nor magnitude of the threat to the chapter house.
The Arcanum's Avengers demand retribution.
Retribution, you say?
Arcanum's Avengers.
Oh boy.
You mean the remaining living ones?
Correct.
That's you and me, Remo.
And Lester!
Who the hell is that?
We must avenge Vernon, no matter what!
Blatant syllabus violations aside, the destruction of the data was more the fault of the werewolf than anything. And now it seeks to pressure the Arcanum into giving up that very same intel. It cannot just be accepted, can it?
Mr. Blacklaw, Mr. O'Connell, the loss of Lord Fatigue is a terrible thing and all,
But you don't care.
my organization is interested in seeing justice balanced in all accounts. And these criminals, reprobates, the scoundrel ne'er-do-well villains of the so-called D family, we would never help them out of the goodness of our hearts. And you so...
Backbenching swine!
My lord!
Back away, heretic! Do not tempt my powerful wish to purge!
Not tempt my powerful wish to purge!
Belgium is not a real country! It is an ulcer in the shape of a swamp! How dare you!
Just give me a reason, pagan.
Why, you...
D, you Ottoman cretin!
Enough from both of you. D, sword down.
Arms away, brothers.
Thank you. Now, if you're still willing, let's discuss terms. If any other representative wanted to take the floor, and I mean anyone, and I mean literally anyone...
Right, seems like that's our cue. I'm doing business as Hard McTack. This is my bruv doing business
My
as
bruv? Oh god, British.
Alright,
We're we the East Anglian Union, under code name. Door knows us, we've done business before.
Hello, Hard.
Oh, big man.
Oh, big man.
Look, we get it. You're bloody terrified. So far, we aren't helping matters.
Because you choose not to.
Oh, wanting to save a family member from a bloody monster. We get that. It's the EAU's whole thing, man.
The
Families
EAU's.
first. Issue comes with a turf. We're a bit limited, as you know, Door. Where'd you say these things took your lad?
Thanks to the scholarship of the late Vernon Fatigue, we've been able to stay on his killer's trail.
Yes. We believe the werewolf could have a base of operation in Fritton Forest.
Fritton? I thought it was called Waveney Forest.
Who bloody knows?
It's Brittany, bitch.
It's
Wooden names aside,
Look, Forky, they made a
wolves are
Britney
almost
joke. Isn't that
certainly
great?
at least 3
It's
in
Britney,
number.
bitch. Is it Britney? It's Britney.
And as established, they have a hostage. Werewolves taking hostages! Quite unusual, as usually för att
What is this language?
Gnomes, you know. Lyktgubbar, and brunnboys, and klåkgubbar, and kläckgubbar, and villisgubbar!
I don't want to hear about your village, Gooba! My son is
Gooba.
gone! Marcus needs help!
Oh, Marcus. I always suspected he'd be the first of you to go.
Wow.
You! Listen, you bureaucratic peons!
D!
At this point, I don't care if we have to pole dance for the British crown again!
Again. Again.
We call for urgent action!
Colorful as always, Adjutant.
Jesus, D.
Call me what you wish, you cloistered clown. My son is in danger. I will endure any humiliation to see him returned to us.
Very well. I'm very glad to hear you say that, sir.
Oh boy.
Are you? No.
Grandad Foodstuffs PMC are able to provide their services.
Grandad Foodstuffs PMC.
Yes, sir. We would
about that.
only need to risk assess, calibrate for margins, and come up with an offer. If that sounds of interest, we can.
How long you gonna do that for, burger lady?
I'm not the burger lady! Not since I ran that guy over!
I ran that guy over. What?
That is to say, 3 to 5 business days.
3 to 5.
Unacceptable.
We need help now!
I'm not the burger lady!
He called me a burger
This is
lady.
no our neighborhood. And look, this situation is a clusterfuck. But we have more than just one mysterious vanishing thing to deal with right now. Our hands are tied.
Listen! We are willing to bargain. You are all deal makers, yeah?
Yeah.
Let us deal, please.
Yes! What does it take for us to get your aid? Each one of you!
Oh,
Boy.
interesting. I do believe we all have our own unique terms.
Of course they
So
do.
to say.
We will do anything.
Anything is amazing.
We were still in the shower. Yeah.
Well, if you just need to squeeze your way forward in line, we do have some paperwork to start off. Are you familiar with our work?
Cannot say I am.
The East Anglian Union, a naval watch union primarily consisting of working men defending their suburbs and boroughs from supernatural threats.
True, all true. But we're a local coalition. Here's the most widespread compact in Norfolk.
And why are you part of it?
We give our governmental allies here the data from our states. They give us the gear and the freedom to protect ourselves without supervision and legal trouble. Grand deal, yeah?
An illusion of freedom.
We all make choices in the name of safety, Yank. You should know.
What would be your demands?
Could you slap him with the paperwork sluice?
All right, here's some paper, lads. Read 'em if you can, but I'll shout it all out. First, officially join the EAU.
His voice.
Of course.
What does that entail?
Pay the monthly tax.
Taxes?
Oh god.
Son-in-law, how much do we make?
Nothing. We have no jobs.
How do we make money then?
Get jobs.
Get jobs.
How do we hunt?
It's fine. So long as we can get Marcus, we'll pay it after we've joined.
There's also the matter of the entrance fee, though.
Come on!
Oh boy.
You're draining us of all we have, Union Man!
Can't we just pay later?
Sorry, can't play favourites like that.
You aren't playing anything. You are needlessly restricting aid.
Do you really think the lads will be keen to take on a risky rescue mission for some newbies who haven't even paid the entrance fee? Especially with others also in need? Away you go.
I rue the day we discovered gold! I will pay these sorry working class vigilantes.
Wow. Reynolds bag.
Remold? You?
Privately, I hope.
Yes.
What's the catch?
No catch, dear child. I loathe that I must. But the Arcanum too is interested in avenging its fallen. I'll aid you wretches, but this once. To sponsor our shared hunt for these hellhounds.
That's right.
There must be something else to this Black Law. You wouldn't...
Just be quiet before I change my mind.
Remold.
All well and good, but there's a few more paragraphs.
What more?
Be involved in our weekly watch programs. Oh.
That doesn't sound so bad.
It involves controlled scans and purges of various neighborhoods across the region.
Fair enough.
We could swing a neighborhood purge between our own hunts.
You are not to launch pub crawls without inviting the lads. Oh, sorry, wrong one, innit? You are not to launch personal hunts without first going through your watch chief.
But what? Your command is like an ocean storm. My boat is self-determination, and you would sink it so callously.
D, come on.
Hey, we've had more than enough trouble from sailors getting out of line. The Union will help, but you got to follow our rules.
Do not now waste the opportunity I have granted you, D.
I'm signing it.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's the leash or the leash?
I've signed it.
Ow.
Now then, what will you be able to do to help us, fellow Unionist?
Again, this not being a particularly urban mission. It falls outside our jurisdiction. But we can probe our different vigils and see who's interested in helping out.
Probe? What, you can't just demand your people aid us?
This ain't a standing army, pal. That isn't how it works with us.
You're useless then!
Is how you respond to everyone who offers you help, or are you just a cunt?
When my son is on the line, I will become the biggest cunt in the world!
Goodness fucking gracious. Moving swiftly on, then.
Right, sure. What the fuck ever.
Mr. Charles.
It's me! I am the Charles.
Do you have
I am the
demands?
Charles.
Yeah. I work for G-Kontoret, but you're not supposed to know that. G-Kontoret is a Swedish secret service supernatural division.
Oh god.
We're here to provide the UK coalition with the sphere.
Porky, he's your people, the Swedes.
Wow.
There's forest spells that are real and work. Back in Sweden, whilst out broiling Berlin's pilsner in the woods, I saw a tomtegubbe, a gnome, in the woods in real life once, and it changed my life. Gnomes are real! Whoa, my life is over, that's what I thought. But then I got in contact with the Swedish state operatives, and the state operatives work with the supernatural creatures like the gnomes. They invited me to work with them since I had seen a tomtegubbe, a gnome once, and I got to join, and that's why I work for G-Kontoret, because that is them, but you're not supposed to know, so forget I said this, please.
Please. What?
Who invited him?
Your life story, whilst fascinating, is very long. Please cease telling it and instead give us aid! We at G-Kontoret of course, we are interested in the Black Chuck legend.
The Black Chuck legend.
You're interested in the Black Shuck?
Oh, yes, box.
Yes, box.
Before the tragedy, Lord Fatigue was helping us out with the Black Chuck mystery.
Chuck.
You know, G-Kontoret has good contact with our corners and the founders of G-Kontoret. Carl Theodor Palm maybe probably was an Arcanist before he joined G-Kontoret, but that's not confirmed, but we have a good relationship.
Jesus Christ. His voice.
The Black Shuck, though!
Black Shuck legend. G-Kontoret first found the tracks. We see this as interesting intel for the Swedish state. We would love have him captured because he is Swedish originally. Probably because the Swedish state would love that. And if we get him, I can afford a new tractor.
Dad, is Sweden real?
Unfortunately, son, it is.
Unfortunately, son.
I don't believe you.
Mr. Charles, somewhere in your diatribe you mentioned wanting to capture this black shuck?
I would love that!
No.
We could surely aid you in that endeavor.
Are you planning on doing anything particular with, like, its pelt or something?
Pelts? Oh, sure. And everything else. We want to know everything.
Right. So long as you aid us, we will do our all to facilitate this.
That sounds the best. No protest.
No protest.
Here's our papers.
All right.
I'll keep the change.
Welcome to the...
Oh, yeah.
Take in test subject. Who is the test subject referred to here?
Oh, yeah. We need to take your hostage guy.
What do you mean?
Come on!
What do you mean?
Take Uncle Marcus?
Well, he's been in contact with their werewolves for a prolonged period. If he's still alive. More importantly, he say he was pulled through a puddle. Oh,
he was pulled into the Umbra.
Umbra? Oh, that's a cool name, gubbe. We're also interested in what brain effects that might have had. Because we'll have to check to see if maybe the brain has shrunk. You know, so we need to take him in for testing better. Much like the testing done which gone and revealed that the Oligogita bloodsucker.
And how long would he be gone for?
Oh, yeah, depends on what we find. Like, you know,
like,
brain lesions, or brain hemorrhages, or brain tumors, or brain leakage, or brain gubber.
Are these real risks? Is this real life?
No.
And you would what? Take him permanently?
Yes. If we did, we'd let you know. So you could say your goodbyes, you know.
As if! Hunter Huddle!
Yeah.
Are we really okay selling Marcus into medical slavery?
That's no guarantee.
They just want to check for brain gabar?
We cannot trust them. They want to check for brain gabar.
Still better than being kidnapped by big evil wolf guys, right?
Exactly. Besides, if they try to kidnap him, I'll be frank, you can call me crazy, but I am much more comfortable getting him out of the hands of the Swedish state than I am dealing with werewolves alone.
Assuming Sweden even exists in the first place.
You make a fair point. Swedes are too afraid of socializing to ever engage in physical combat.
Like Porky.
And just before we conclude, that union, we should try to leave it as soon as possible. Agreed?
Yes, we will try to cut ourselves off, as you said.
Assuming we aren't kicked out first.
Attaboy!
Hunter Huddle concluded then.
Boop.
So, how will it be?
I will sign it.
Start signing Swedish contracts.
Tell us first, though. How can you, small foreign operative, help us in this, our most desperate hour?
You'll be pleased as cheese to hear we at Geek are doing much valuable contacts in Project Twilight.
Project Twilight, uh-oh.
Classified!
Uh-oh.
Classified! You're not supposed to...
Uh-oh.
Project Twilight.
Is that an evil government conspiracy?
Yeah.
Shut your fucking mouth, Charles!
Baked
Baked.
into the coalition. Basically, what you call the Da Vinci Code, you know,
The Da Vinci Code?
Billy's Pizza Man.
Billy's Pizza Man.
Look here, you. We can get you a squad for the job. as long as we get, you know, the black chuck, etc., etc.
A single squad? What amateur wolf hunter are you?
Oh man, hallo. That's more than you currently got, so be cool, swimming pool.
Dealing with you lot is like ripping nails from an antique chair.
How will I survive today?
He just keeps drinking coffee.
Ugh. Okay. Bilgewell, do you have any demands?
My turn, is it? Well, as part of an organization wrapping up to be at the very top of coalition activity here in Great Britain, for starters, D, to make up for your crimes, we demand all your relevant intel, physical or otherwise, including papers, relics, etc., on the blank body threat, and for you to sign an NDA that forbids you from giving this information to anyone else, including family members.
Rotten, foul, ancient!
Father.
Sadi, it's not like you're sharing that information with anyone else anyhow, innit?
In it.
I would rather not share it with these fiends.
Suppose that's a number of squads out the window, then.
A number of squads? As in many?
Gribby, come on!
The Uber group carries the same kind of contacts as G-Counter.
Mr. or Colonel!
Jävlar igen. Fy fan vad det gött med prick.
Thinking about beer again.
Newberg is probably a Project Twilight plant. Access to many gups, many men, for sure.
My God, you are a walking, talking intelligence leak! You know the Newberg group isn't supposed to exist yet, right? They shouldn't even know the name!
Whatever! Was that all your demands?
No. In addition, Mr. Big D would have to become an agent of the recently formed ECTU, be personally involved in any large-scale projects launched by my organization, and be moved post-haste to London for permanent assignment.
Me? Stuck in London?
Oh god.
Sure.
Fate worse than death.
Don't even think about deserting your post, idiot! At all times, I'll be all over you.
I cannot return to Londinium. Too many Mithraic mystery cults lost for my gorgeous behind.
And for your son-in-law.
Me?
Yes. We are also interested in assigning you a desk job.
Oh boy.
You want me stuffed into a cubicle? Whatever for?
We have seen the quality of your reports in the past. Very impressive stuff. It involved moving you to our central bureau. Long hours in those offices, I'll tell you. But those would be all our demands. As I said, in return, we'd be able to deploy more operatives from, well, indeed, the same pool as Gay Contourate.
Right. More gubar.
Why does everyone have to move away?
We don't have time to argue, boy. I'm signing in, sir.
Just do it.
Very, very good. Your skill might finally be invested in a real purpose, D.
Oh boy.
And for your little rescue mission, you'll have one more squad to add to the roster.
One? Just one? But you said...
I never specified the number.
You literally said a number.
One is a number.
Nobody says a number and means one.
I was never really good with math or whatever. You tricked us!
A vile warping of the expectations.
Come now, there'll be like 4 soldiers in my squad. More than Charles. and you'll see them better armed. We have quite a bit more sway, as you will see when you
Fuck this bitch.
join us.
But this is still not enough to handle at least 3 werewolves.
Not too familiar with werewolves, but stacking everything you have together, you have at least 2 squads of very competent soldiers, and maybe a pack of communists to boot.
Oh no! Nobody in Yarmouth knows what communism is.
Save it for the choir, Tanky. What's more, though? Who knows how many men you might be
There's a
able to
union.
source from Blair's private military contractors, eh?
I'm glad you asked.
I did not ask! I am screaming!
Our terms are simple. Here you go!
I can't fucking read this. It's like 50 pages.
Oh, don't worry, Gov. Sluice Watergate will help you out.
Oh, Gov.
He's a paperwork savant, I tell ya.
Bah! I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, these terms and services give Grandad foodstuff stolen exclusive rights to the family's personal data, land, fingerprints, likenesses, voices, faces, identities, immaterial concepts, quintessences, and general human rights. You as legal guides also waive the right of guardianship for your boy, provided he's a member's bonus for your next purchase at 99p land. Fuck!
I believe it.
Wait, what?
The fuck?
Wave guardianship.
We want you and your children and your children's children to be a part of the Granddad family.
Creepy.
Burger Lady, I'm already part of my granddad's family.
Don't call me that, you little shit!
Listen here. Joining a hunter co-op is one thing. Administering my brother to Swedish brain surgery is another. Even bending the knee to the British can be excused with what's at stake. But there is absolutely no amount of soldiery you can provide that will have me give up my son.
Oh, that is too bad, sir.
I should shoot you for even suggesting something.
I'm sorry.
Dad?
Was that a threat? Because I love threats.
We saw you back at O'Tully's. I know what you're involved in.
What did you?
Worm freak.
Gentlemen, I sadly believe we have to retract our offers. Multiple unspecified parties have reported one or more of your recent actions as being inappropriate.
What do you
On
mean?
review, we judge these violent threats as clear breaches of conduct and that a working relationship between these private contractors and the coalition cannot be constituted. Gentlemen, as we say at Grandad Foodstuffs, have the day that you deserve.
Damn it, I had to travel all the way down to the marshland for nothing. We call this meeting of the coalition adjourned.
A bit harsh, but it seems there's some issues here that ought to be settled at a court.
I'm sorry, lads. Oh.
You're all leaving on behest of a food conglomerate.
Hands are tied, mate. Unless you want to reverse course in about 20 pre-negotiated items. Good luck to your trips, but you're on your own.
We signed contracts.
Yes, which are now unfortunately null and void due to a breach of local coalition charter. Kritzman, we will discuss the matter of the destroyed data later. Prepare for trial.
Very well.
No! But Marcus! Okay, gentlemen. See you all in hell.
Okay, everybody. See you all in hell. Bye-bye. Funny Deegan. Please call me if you catch Blackjack anyway. Somehow. Okay, you know. That's it.
We love that stretch face.
By the way, why is there so much fucking gas in it?
This will at least make an interesting report.
What a waste of time and resources.
We too should leave, Sister Major.
Just a moment,
Utterly
Gabriel.
unreasonable, those
Demands they dare make before they would even think of rendering aid to their fellow hunters.
That was all we fucking had! They've made up their minds before even speaking to us.
If anything, it is I who should be furious, D. You? Your repulsive and boisterous conduct has endangered our righteous vengeance. And what of them? Would you call chaining us to their yoke a fair trade? Blacklaw? Of course not, you churly shape. It is why I am... it is why I am still here.
Yep, Blacklaw's gonna help
your
him.
infuriating and punko-ass presence.
Nobody would call the demands they made fair, but if we're looking for fairness, we'd be better off fist-fighting the bloody canines ourselves.
What are we left with at this point, Chancellor?
Benedicte, dear daughter, you remain.
Yep.
After this whole display, I am unsure I should even consider your pleas.
If it were up to me, Sister Major, I'd have left with the aristocrat and the Swede.
I wanna go home to the...
That guy in the red almost sounds like Vinny. I think it is, though. It is pretty funny.
Both of you.
Man, the thing that slew Fatigue is still out there. You cannot disregard that, daughter.
I am not. But there is always a better use of my soldiers. D and his hunter band have made their disdain for us and our ways clear. Am I to pray to God that he will not cast us into the fray as fodder for his ridiculous errantry?
You know full well my hatred for D is potent and trenched and unflinching, and yet I am willing to throw my lot in with him to ensure this sin is avenged. We
Oh no, the skeleton is coming out.
To make it so.
That's right.
Much has been said tonight. Much of it by the members of this coalition.
No, that's Joel, that's
but
right.
you and the society are the
My
last
skeleton's
ones
coming
at
out.
the table now.
Humor me,
It's
why
also
don't
Swedish.
you? You want to frame the Inquisition of old as this noble crusade against the forces of darkness, I take it.
I live in the present, Catboy. And
Catboy.
that is exactly what we are.
Wouldn't the opportunity to show up us pagans at the task of hunting entice you? Even a bit?
We do that plenty already, don't we? Yeah.
Are they both
Why
Vinny?
would we need to save your sorry
They might be.
hides
We'll have to
prove
see.
it? Putting that aside, what you speak of is the sin of pride. Maron, we don't do
Maron.
sins. I want to meet Jesus Christ in heaven when the rapture comes next week.
The rapture's not in the Bible, it was made up by a Protestant from Westminster.
A Protestant?
Oh, boy.
no! Brother, I'm apostatizing!
Oh, shit.
Eat your rosary!
It is Vinny. That's funny.
Quite done putting my men through
That
crisis.
that is
Why
Vinny.
have I read official Catholic teaching
That's
on the
funny.
rapture and you guys have
That's funny that he's here. He crossed over all the way here.
If I'm to even consider offering
Amazing.
help, I need to make completely sure
That's I know
this
that voice
isn't a
anyway where he
fool's
broke
errand.
character a little bit. That's
The
Vinny.
Gladius Day isn't afraid
That's
to die in
hilarious.
battle against the devil's servants, but your group is a bit too...
Criminal devious.
How about completely insane?
That's not Vinny though.
I believe my men have said it best.
The other two are.
I need something more before I risk my men against werewolves of all things.
What more can we do to convince you? I want my son back!
Romans 4:4. Now to the one who works, his wages are not counted as a gift, but his due. I won't send my men into battle blindly or without payment. Not for your sake.
Do you want us to pay indulgences?
I am far too Turkish to do something like that.
As you have already done prior,
obviously Turkish.
I ask you offer
He's an
us
Ottoman.
compensation.
That's funny.
What?
But he's not Turkish
What
as
would
in the
you have
Turkish
us
people
offer?
today, Porky. He's the
You
old
will
Turkey
give your
people.
lives
When it was
to
killed
the
in
Society
Constantinople.
of Saint
Yeah.
Leopold.
It's a part of the what's it?
That's it.
The Eastern
I
Byzantine
can't
Empire.
take this.
That's
I
what
need
he's
a
all
bloody
part of.
moment
He's
from this
old.
nonsense.
Chancellor? Where?
Where did he...
We
Anatolian,
already
technically.
serve in a war against darkness.
You do not serve. You charge into battle, yes, but without accountability, without oversight. What point is there in your cell if you do not serve the greater good?
Greater good? As determined by who? You?
By the Holy Catholic Church.
Oh boy.
Yes, institutions. Edifices of pride and arrogance, labyrinths of unjust hierarchy.
Enough. If you wish to save your son, you will commit everything. Your intelligence, your expertise, your property, even your lives to God's house. In the end, he will judge if it was enough. That is the price.
Military slavery!
You've made this bargain several times today. Therefore, if you wish our aid, you must fall, prostrate at the feet of the Almighty, and beseech his servants for your salvation. Would you stand there and defy him when he is all you have left?
We just want help! Can't we get it without being fucking extorted?
Did we expect any other answer from these guys? They have no grace.
You are godless! And you are gormless! Stop saying the heresy! It is literally apostasy! The vampires are right! These fools really are the Second Inquisition.
You call us that as if it was an insult. We are the Inquisition, hotshot.
And we love purging the heretic! Ever say that word again? I'm fucking sick of it!
Whoa. Calm down. Don't swear. Go to jail.
Go to jail.
It is an insult, though.
Huh. Oh, is it? I suppose I should turn the other cheek.
What is wrong with you? The historic Inquisition jailed people, murdered people, took their stuff, took their land, not for some holy purposes, but just to take shit. I've read the scholarship, I've read first-hand details of the victims, graphic details of the torture you inflicted on people who did nothing wrong, and this is what you're still doing!
Oh, you're preachier than our preacher back home. Don't forget to hold us to account for the Cathars. You know, along with anything bad to ever happen at an auto da fe.
Your coy tone is an embarrassment to all mankind.
A few of our forebears were excessive at times, perhaps. But never forget, we were among the first few bulwarks of mankind against the undead.
In long centuries, countless devils and heretics have fallen by our sword. I carry no shame! The crimes you celebrate echoed today. Any man can hear the screams. Keep your bloodied sword in its filthy scabbard.
Hold.
Ed! Hi, I'm boy. Ed! You want our stuff!
You tell him, boy!
You're leeches! Do you understand that? No different from any vampire! And also...
Are you finished?
Might be.
And what did your screed accomplish? You've insulted us. Is that all you wanted? Do you feel vindicated? Do you feel like you've spent your time well?
Sadi, we should just go. Let's go to the forest, alone. This was a mistake.
Shame yourselves no more, heathens. Sister Major, we know their answer. We don't need to bother.
Nope.
Brother Angelo, you've spoken out of turn enough. I have turned your cheek for you.
No.
Now let them deliberate more carefully.
Yes, Sister Major.
What I am giving to you is God's clemency for the sins you've conducted in his gaze. This is your atonement. It is, however, your choice, as was granted to you by him.
Yep.
In his infinite wisdom to give you free will.
Free will. Bah! You wear the garb of a priest, but you offer us a devil's choice.
Call it what you will. Accept our aid and submit yourself to our ranks, or refuse it and do this alone. Those are your options.
Boy. We have to do it.
Shit.
You did say that you'd do anything to save Uncle. What changed?
I just wanted...
They are.
You're right. I just want him back. Sir? We aren't as enmeshed with them, are we? So we can...
More easily go back on your word. The first thing you consider is how to break your oath. Typical.
If you had to renounce your faith to save Remmel's life...
I wouldn't.
Your child's life...
Don't ply me with hypotheticals, Dor. My faith and your so-called reckoning have nothing in common.
You know nothing of our drive.
And you know nothing of true piety. Cease stalling and make your choice.
Sadi, Dor, this is awful, but we did all but make similar arrangements with the other coalition members.
Yes, with every intention of getting out of them.
Surely there's a way out of this one, even if we have to abide by it for a while.
No.
No?
What my son means to say is, there is no easy way to weasel out of a contract with the Gladius Day.
Why?
You know why. We deal with the Inquisition.
Yep.
I could give a damn if I can't return to Sweden anytime soon. I fought the Yule Goat enough times, and being on the outs with the Arcanum again wouldn't exactly be preferable.
But it's essentially the status quo before we came here. We potentially could have worked with Arkham or even Rimmel to politic our way through the arrangement, even being blacklisted by the Union, as powerful as they may be locally.
It would pale in comparison to breaking faith with the Society of Saint Leopold.
What the hell? You'll call them evil to their face, but hesitate
In a world where the ancient past lives in the shadows, the Leopoldites are an organization that dates contiguously to the 1200s.
Oh boy.
And you already know what their true purpose has been. Over 800 years of amassing power.
What has ever stopped you from trying to resist a greater power?
The Leopoldites are not an enemy I'm interested in making right now. They are in ascendancy, son-in-law.
Oh boy.
What do you mean?
For most of their tenure, the Leopoldites have been separate from the church. Hardliners, lunatics, relics of a bygone age. Yet as of last year, Pope Benedict XVI has acknowledged and reintegrated the Leopoldites into the church itself.
We have always been the blade of the church. It is fortunate now that the Pontifex has seen fit to wield us.
Amen!
Amen.
If we were to agree to their offer, we would be bound by it.
Yep.
Not out of choice, or for a lack of bravery on our part, but because the alternative is to make a great enemy.
We were fighting literal vampires and werewolves, for fuck's sake. Where was this when we were treating the Swedish government?
The Swedes have not been accumulating supernatural power for centuries! They have no internationally organized pools of zealots to obey their holy edicts.
That's right.
But more than anything else, the Swedes do not know us!
Yep.
Their influence in our field is immense. I would know.
Yep.
We are one of the so-called Five Torches of the Coalition. Breaking faith, the Leopoldites would see the Coalition hunt us,
welcome back.
jail us, likely even kill us. A coalition that includes
Did you
Rimmel,
fall asleep
Arkham,
after you
and many
took
of
your shower?
Marcus's friends.
Then
I sure fucking did. I literally sat down. I'm like,
word.
okay,
Then
here we go.
we cease to be
And
hunters.
my headphones were literally halfway on my head.
Unacceptable!
Wow.
I would never...
And Marcus dies!
That's exactly. I'm very surprised.
May I offer something?
That's your buy.
I didn't
like,
think I was that fucking tired.
Yeah, that's your buy. Like literally just giving out. And you're like, holy shit.
Further.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like surprised.
I would be remiss
Very
if I did
surprised.
not inform
So
you
basically,
that life
you missed
does
a lot of the coalition. Obviously, you watched a lot of this video. You missed the coalition. One of the people that actually a lot of people are involved with it, but what we got left here is basically the Order of Saint.
I'm gonna watch
But
this
in within
later.
the society,
That's what I'm gonna do.
You would cease to
You'll
be
like it.
I am very
yes.
sorry.
But
okay.
after a period of repentance,
I
evaluation,
feel bad.
should
I
you
know.
live and
Wow.
let your faith blossom,
Yes,
you'd
thank you,
become
Fork.
inquisitors.
Thank you,
Something
Hamilton.
You get the
far
you got the
greater in
wow.
my estimation. A warrior
Yes.
of righteous cause.
So this chick here, by the way, is she's named Benedictina. She is Remmel's daughter, actually.
Bound by nothing save
Yes.
the authority of the
And she's a lot like
divine.
Dora too, but working for the
Take
church
my word for
of Saint
it,
Leo,
there is
the
no
Order of
She's
Saint
got the
Leopold.
look of a door-esque person.
Yep.
Quite the opposite.
Also, I'm pretty sure the people voicing her her knights here, two of them are, I think, it's fucking Vinny Vine Sauce. The voice sounds very familiar when he does like a Mario impression, an Italian impressions. I'll see in the credits if it is. If it is, I'm gonna laugh my ass off because that means Vinny's crossed over to
Sign this
another
caution.
thing.
Here
He's
in
crossed
the
over in
presence
so
of
much
a
shit.
System Major of the Gladius Day, it will be quite binding. The end of your lives as hunters.
God, I feel
and
terrible.
the beginning of something greater.
Doesn't it gonna work for the church now? They don't want to.
Oh, now hold on, Betty.
Like, and that was even a quick shower
form
too.
of assurance you've yet to peruse.
Arkham, I tire of this. What could you have that could possibly...
No, none of this.
So you have to remember, if she's Reginald's daughter, that means she's Occam's cousin. So Occam came back to talk about this because he's trying to do something that seems underhanded. Now he's here to talk.
Tired, Lark. I've sat here and endured more than enough shouting for anyone to be more tired than me. I'm referring to the Treaty of Liège.
Oh, come! What are you doing?
Fatty, you mentioned that treaty. It's the same thing that saved Pascal Blacklaw in the Philippines.
That's right. But what is Occam playing at?
In accordance with the Treaty of Liège, the Afralian Senecal of East Anglia and the Black Law are...
Look at these fucking portraits.
Jesus.
According to the... Look at this nut. This chick looks like
Yeah,
she's...
look at that.
Yeah, she looks like
Look at the other one.
Yeah, she looks
the
like
DV fucking jester over there.
She literally looks like she's a Dark Eldar. It looks like the same model. In the Blacklaw Occupant Chapter House.
Bonham Chapter House stand obliged to aid one another as if they were one order.
Got it.
Go on.
Yeah.
Just prior to his abduction, I had been in, well, let's say, talks about reinstating the membership of one Marcus.
Yep.
Warcus. I don't know his bloody
last name. Marcus.
Surnames are a defilement of the consonants and vowels that constitute them.
Thanks. Jump.
Marcus is a
The
member
nun is
of the
basically
Great Yarmouth
Porky's
Arcanum
dream
Chapter
girl.
House, effective, let's
No.
say, just before his kidnapping.
She's a little too manly looking
According
for
to the
Porky.
treaty, you are bound
Yeah.
to aid in his rescue.
Oh. Everyone's cheering.
Silence. This treaty is, indeed, between the Society's East Anglian Cynical and the Arcanum's Great Yarmouth Chapter House. This treaty does also go back as far as the 1800s, a respectable age,
Oh boy.
but it is only ever applied to members of either organization that are part of the Blacklaw family. Did you forget that
Blacklaw?
part, cousin?
Blacklaw family only?
The Black Lung family?
That's right.
Another failed compromise.
Or
Well, he is, strictly speaking.
Oh.
I beg your unfathomable pardon?
What was it you said, Dee? Something along the lines of, I never signed our divorce papers?
Oh, yep. Oh, so that means he's his son. I never signed our divorce papers.
Oh,
he did.
no.
Yep. So that means he's Blacklaw's son because he was married to Dee. Whoops. Yep.
This is so bad.
This is so trite. Yeah.
Occam Blacklaw, my husband!
He's
God, please just be
just be good. Please be just quiet.
Quiet!
You just hit him in the solar plexus.
That qualifies as domestic abuse.
Jesus.
But I really can't breathe.
These papers, Benny, are sufficient enough to prove my relation to Dee and his family. And while we could drag out legal proceedings should you find them insufficient, I think you'd find that Dee has an infuriatingly extensive dossier on his marriages and divorces.
How irritating.
What are you talking about? Sister, there's no way that this marriage is legal. You don't have to abide by...
It's illegal in the UK, but you know where it was legal as of 2003.
Oh boy.
The beating black heart of the European Union. Belgium, baby!
Oh, they're all freaking out because they're all Belgian. Oh.
What have you want? Only the Pope was here. I am literally, legally this man's husband. I love documentation.
His face.
Under the relevant statutes of the treaty, this makes Marcus my stepson. Which, if I'm correct, means that... Go on, cousin.
You know, Arkham, I truly despise your acumen for finding loopholes.
Don't you think it's one of my better qualities?
Sister Major, why are you respecting this?
We'll discuss that another time. Monsignor Angelo, I want you to try and catch that gas-masked cow before she departs with her stooges. We need assistance from them. Chemical assistance.
Fine, ma'am.
Ma'am.
We'll show you pagans up after all.
Chancellor! Oh, thank you so much for this. I can't believe that worked! I mean, they're like Catholic, but oh, wow! Holy shit, I am so happy! How can I...
Come.
Yes.
You know what this means.
All too well, unfortunately.
Idiot! 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 Idiot!
What? Is something the matter?
Just because the treaty has shifted the responsibility to a legally binding format does not mean the cost associated is now null and void.
You still think to force us to serve?
No.
As I said, responsibility has shifted.
Yep.
This also means that responsibility for compensating the East Anglian Cynical and his associates
now falls on
to
Arkham. Yep.
Arkham.
Yep.
She's right, lads. Even back when our granddad, Pascal Blacklaw, got into a situation that was...
Similar.
Oh, yeah, we'll say
yeah,
similar.
we'll say similar.
Similar to this one. Didn't mean the Ephraelians were doing it out of the kindness of their own hearts.
Gotta pay.
Someone's gotta pay the piper.
Yep.
And in doing so, the Arcanum chapter house itself will be used as collateral to ensure it is complete. This could allow the Arcanum London to have it shut down.
Yep.
Your legacy, father's legacy, dead.
And knowing Morag Holmescroft, you'll be privately indebted to Arcanum London for the rest of your life. Dumbass! Do you really want to take that risk? Are you going to ruin your life for these malcontents?
What? The artifacts and documentation and...
Well, they'll have to balance their books, just look things over with their fine-toothed bureaucratic combs. But this
Dude, look at
guy's
that one guy with the
proclaiming
fucking
to
tiny
Leopoldites-
glasses.
You know who that is? He's a carryover.
No, who's that?
That's Cryptman. It's Cryptman carried over from the Behemoth series. Yeah. Remember Cryptman?
I do remember Cryptman.
It's Cryptman. Same voice actor and everything too.
Certainly will make it easier for
Because they call him
to see
They call him
the
a Cryptman with a
Arcanum's
different
private
spelling in
ownership
this.
Of the place
He's a good old carryover from the TTS
liability.
days.
And as a senior member of the leadership,
It's
I
always
must
good
be
when you see
forced
other
to
characters from
contribute
other
the
stuff
funds
just
I
appear.
had set aside
Like,
earlier
oh yeah, that's
to
the same
this
guy. Same voice actor and everything too.
We
Like I said.
refuse to play favorites.
All of this work, our legacy.
Uncle, look, our legacy will be in how we commit ourselves in every endeavor. Not just the things we achieve. Granddad and Wernan, they understood that.
I have no intention of besmirching that nephew, but that we must do so on behalf of. I am doing this for our friend and our legacy. Idealisme autodestructeur.
Self-destructive idealism.
I am going to speak with my son.
squander what we have given you at your peril. Don't make me regret this. Au revoir.
Goodbye.
Shall I leave you to deliberations with your family?
Yep. Aye, yeah, we've all got stuff to do.
I shall take my leave then. We've got silver bullets to requisition.
Nishtini, cousin.
We will not waste what you provide us, Benedicta.
We'll see. Adieu.
Adieu.
Eddie.
Håkan, I'll tell you straight.
That's Porky's least favorite language right there.
Yep, it's
Hell
French.
yeah.
It's
Don't
French.
expect to
Belgian
Gross.
French, too.
Gross.
Dobre večer. Good evening. Karvak, coffee's cold. Give me another canister before I pass the.
Well then. Feck!
Will everything be...
Oh, I have no bloody idea.
Look at that picture in the background.
Times, they are a-changing, it
It's like
seems.
Saint
Certainly
Tardicus
didn't
the
expect you to
Maximus.
do this. I'll put in a good word for you.
Got a
Are you
little elf hat
grateful
on.
at least?
Of course we are.
More than you know.
Actually, a little gnome
Well,
hat
that's
on.
small comfort at least. I'd hate to get the same level
Good
of
gnome.
childish ungratefulness
You
you've
missed
given
it
the
because
others.
We'll
there's
not
definitely
squander
gnome
this,
talk in this
Håkon.
episode
Mark
too.
my words.
By a Swede.
Not after such a hefty
Gnomes are real,
potential
Dean.
sacrifice.
The guy's a gnome
Oh,
truther. Don't you worry about it. He
potential
was.
is doing the work
Hell
of
yeah.
Atlas there.
But he was
Dean.
also Swedish.
I've got a feeling that
So
even
it's
if the
hard to
Arcana
understand, like Porky at
retains
times.
control over everything here, our days of doing
All right.
anything without the paralyzing gaze of the Coalition are over.
Just remember, your avatar has a blade pointed
Our
at me.
freedom to conduct ourselves is out the door
You
now.
could stab
so
him
to
at
speak.
any time, dude. I don't know why you haven't yet.
I am sorry, Arkham.
Vernon is gone. Killed
Yep,
like
he was.
meat at the hands of a thing of the supernatural for some monstrous, deeper purpose than I'd care to fathom. It maimed many of us. It kidnapped a young man. We have to make good on our promises to see justice done for the dead, the wounded, and those yet alive.
You have my sword, Arkham.
I'll need a damn sight more than that. Worden was a brilliant scholar. He was a brave man. He was a father of sorts.
No.
Look, I want everything you all can bring to bear. No holding back. And no goddamn infighting with the Leopoldites. Just try to do that for me, all right?
We will, Arkham. It's good to have you back.
Don't get used to it.
We will survive, we will prosper, and so will you. I swear it.
I've heard you swear on far too many things you ended up breaking. Don't think those words of yours are any comfort.
I'm just happy you're on our side.
Well, we'd best get ready. The hunt
Alrighty.
begins, eh?
Uh-huh. The hunt begins.
That's right.
Alright, time to go through the credits here. I'm going to keep an eye on something because it's important to me. Let's see. The Second Inquisition. Lead writer. Aaron Dell, Speaker D. Lead writers. Script editor, Blessed Boy. Setting consultants. Dr. Archer. Lead illustrator, Garrett. Illustrators.
Garou.
Visual composition, Alphalusa, Dell, Iran, Thunder Psych, graphic design, music composer. That's a fucking Swedish name. Lusa. Show us, Vinny. I'm looking at the credits for the voice acting. Food Rubicon. Lusa. Voice actors. Alright, here we go. Speaker D. Connell. Vinny Vox as Angry Butterfly. Cyrus Vinny Vox as Benedictine Blackwell. So that's the woman that was talking. Let's see. King
Remela's 40K Theories is...
Yep. Let's see. Lewis, Agent is Blair. Vinny Vinesauce! Right there! Yep. Vinny Vinesauce as Maurice and Luigi Capricci. Yep. I knew it was him. You can't see it yet, child. Get up. There it is. Vinny Vine sauce.
There it is. Yep.
Good old Vinny. I know his voice anywhere. Oh, clone of mine who's older than me, because I think he's like 38. Oh, clone of mine that's older than me physically. Charles the Ranged. That's Charles, yeah. I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it.
Another crossover for Vinny, going somewhere else. Fantastic. The White Wolf team. Da-na-na. Of course he voices Luigi, yeah.
We here at Speaker Pupanang, Speaker D Benang,
Skeepading.
Are a zombie.
There's a zombie.
Stay your cat, boy.
Stay your cat.
Okay, yeah. Alright, that's a good line.
No,
Speaker D.
no. Oh,
Sounded like fucking Karen.
the chaos flower will wither. We'll die.
Look at all those avatars. Jesus. Some have
Kittens in
titties.
the iron lung. We've decided to really add to the stakes of Hunt of the Parenting to give Kitten is now in the iron lung. The golden lung!
The golden lung.
In order to save Marcus, I must enter the golden lung.
Oh my god, no! But it parallels text-to-speech!
Oh.
It's perfect! Yes! Yes, Hunt of the Parenting is a prequel to TTS confirmed!
Fucking goober.
Ogre Pompanang.
Ogre Papanak.
That was weird after he got out of the shower. Face like that. Look!
Okay, here we have a
What the
Dremora
fuck?
from fucking Morrowind.
What the
are
fuck?
you up to?
Good morning.
Hi, please tell me your plight. Fuck off. This is the Scrump Goblin created by
Oh god! Look at that thing.
Jesus.
It's like Baby
That thing
Yoda.
looks melted.
Beautiful Garrett. Bolsack the Gerard.
Bolsack the Gerard.
No, I don't want to talk to you. Fuck off. Fuck
Can you play
off.
Shadow
Actually, Satan.
Actually, oh, what the fuck?
That's
very good.
actually Satan.
What
I
the
don't
fuck?
want to talk to him.
I got into an argument with the heroes of
Garg the Goblin Griller.
Yeah.
From famous. Oh my god.
Fucking kill all goblins.
I mean, yes. Kill
Kirksman
all
Krieg becomes a
goblins.
dad?
Clara, I have returned.
Cat, you're finally back. Oh, I've missed you so much, my love. I was so bored in all the 7 months that you were gone. But anyways, do you
Chonky.
notice something? Something different about me,
Because she's
maybe?
pregnant.
Indeed.
That's
Noticed something
big
different about
pregnant.
you
Yeah.
since the last time we saw each other. Like how you've become fat. Extremely fat. Fat like an organ.
What?
But let that, my dear. Now that I am back, I shall make sure that you'll be back in shape in no
He
time.
doesn't realize.
Starting with 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and 10-kilometer running. Every single day.
Oh boy.
He's dumb.
He's
Look at
gonna
this.
get hit.
Custom robot is equipped with fists. It is rated linked for everyone. Adeptus Mechanicus do not have Imperial Knights.
Wrong.
4 custom robots. Repulsive rate. Each time a ranged attack is allocated on a 6, the attacking unit.
Look at all that DACA.
That's a lot of that, dude.
Add 2 to the attack with fists.
Mortal. Oh, here we go, Weeb. Battletech Mech War lore. The Mercenary Guild Guide to...
The Hertzer.
Yeah, the Hertzer. Here you go. I figured you'd enjoy this. I like Battletech.
I do.
Validation error. Oh shit,
Comstock computing.
Oh shit, the ball is starting up. Bypass. Stargazer 2000. Oh my god. Apple computers, Porky. Look, even in space they had your shit.
Nice.
You mean the computer of heroes, Gene? Something
Howdy
you
there,
wouldn't know
folks, and
about?
Welcome again. I apologize first and foremost for those who have waited for more course material, as it was every intention of the Van Zandt Horse Studies Department to continue the basic primer series.
Well,
however, well...
What the Sigma? Oh, Jesus. Whee! Tom Tomadil! This is what happened to Porky in the war. He's fine. Just a little minor
This
concussion, right,
return
Porky?
to form has been
Hell yeah.
sadly delayed.
Hell yeah.
So
That's kind.
please accept my humble apologies on behalf of the Institute. For helpful reference, I suggest beginning with the
That is true,
aforementioned
Nate.
primer
They don't have to
lesson
be
on the great
Excalibur.
houses as offered. It is a very simple, surface-level guide for mercenaries, so that freelance pilots may gain a better understanding of what awaits them out in the field, and who's good for the money when it's time to throw down.
That's right.
On that note, remember this mercenary axiom to guide you in your endeavors. Everyone's your brother until the rent is due. On topic, however, please know that this guide series is not intended to replace any amount of real-life experience, your own studies, or even coursework from other, far more credentialed persons than myself. This series is instead offered as a basic primer to begin your exploration of numerous subjects directly related to our shared profession. As for today's free exchange of ideas and ammunition, I humbly submit The Mercenary's Guide to Armored Combat,
oh boy,
a multi-part exploration series wherein I will
Yeah, but
cover
how much you
tank-shaped
charging for it,
objects,
though?
proper tanks,
It all sounds all well and
and
good.
all other manner
just your
of crunchy
plasma?
things underfoot, which can
You don't need
and
that, right?
frequently
Kinda
will
need that,
directly
though.
I don't think
complicate
you need
your
it. I think it
long-term
regenerates
career
itself over
ambitions.
time. I mean,
If time
That's-
allows,
that's not
I
true,
may
and you know it.
stumble over
That's
into
fine.
the world of prop
I've already signed you up.
jockeys
They
and
said
roller
that it's
queens,
non-refundable.
No,
depending
no.
on your interest, of
Yeah,
course.
sorry, bud.
But
Well,
I
you're
warn
gonna,
you,
you're gonna have to get your
they're
money
real
back.
people.
it's not my money.
And
It's
so
your
the
plasma.
machines
They're
can
taking
be,
it tomorrow night.
well,
No, that's not allowed.
Along the
That's not how
I
that
will
works. Gene.
drop
No, it
whatever
is.
pearls
It
of
is,
wisdom I
unfortunately.
can,
That's
such
At
as
least,
they are.
hey, I stopped
There
it from
are
being
deeper
tonight.
subjects
All
in the
right.
works, but
I
they
stopped
will
it
take
from being
time
harvested tonight.
due to
Okay.
the
Just
magnificently
give up
complex
your
Gene,
plasma.
subject
that's not
matter at
cool, bro.
hand.
Just your plasma. You get a free course.
It's a
And
working
and a
title,
squeegee.
so don't get too excited.
But I already promised Porky my plasma.
The tank
Too
itself has been a core
will
component
be
of
compensated with
mechanized
corpse starch
warfare since
instead.
the mid-20th century.
But
However,
Porky only
with the
accepts
advent of
prime
the
quality
battle mech,
plasma.
some
bad.
military thinkers had, at that
But-
point,
No,
declared the
Porky,
tank's
it's too late,
days
buddy.
finally
But-
done.
Nope.
To be entirely fair, military
gotta-
thinkers,
this is why you make
strategies,
contracts,
industry
my boys.
leaders, and politicos tend to do this every single time
But-
a new technology appears in the
But-
service of warfare. With every generation in turn declaring with great
That's
finality
just-
and
that's just
appropriately
mean, Gene.
jargon-tailored buzzwords
Kill ratio.
that
Kill
the
ratio.
previous
Kill
yardstick
ratio.
of military
Anti-access
might
denial strategies.
will soon
Swarming.
become obsolescent,
Decommissioned.
if not
Warfighter.
immediately replaced by newer, better, faster, and often as
ratio.
much more expensive
tank.
solutions.
Found out.
And regardless of popular opinion to the contrary, they often rush to heap what worked onto the pile of what was, as just another casualty of rapid technological innovation, or as they call it, the price of progress in a changing world.
yeah.
In my humble opinion, however, those guys are mostly full of it. Facts support this point of view,
But-
as the
but
tank
facts
has
don't care about your
indeed
Porky.
survived the battle
But
mech.
they certainly don't.
And further, It has continually evolved
Even though
alongside
they
the
should, 'cause,
platform,
like, you know, he's kind of
adapting
like
to new
the guy.
technology
Like,
standards,
I just
new
don't care. I'm
doctrines,
sorry,
and new
buddy.
strategies to maintain its lethality
yeah,
and
but you
battlefield
don't understand.
Multitudes of armored vehicles have indeed managed to thrive despite numerous
You don't-
successive
you don't
generations
get it.
in
It's
battle mech
it's Porky.
design, and stubbornly
Well, tell that to
stand
the
as an
future. They
ever-present
didn't care about his
reminder
feelings.
that the so-called
Well,
kings of the modern
why not?
battlefield are
It's the
descended from
future.
ancient
Why would they?
and yet still incredibly potent
because
fighting
Porky.
platforms.
Oh, unfortunately,
And
it felt the
regardless of
right
what war
form.
planners
Sorry.
may opine
But-
for
but-
future generations,
No, but
How do you know,
it's very
Gene?
likely that tanks and other armored vehicles will
How do
never
I
be
know?
fully
Because I'm
replaced
from-
as
but-
reliable,
I'm from a
dependable
dimension where
warfighting
all
platforms.
possibilities are done.
And I feel this trend is likely to continue
late.
Yeah,
for
but
a
we don't
number of
trust you.
very practical
Yeah, well, you
reasons.
should.
But
One is that tanks,
But-
IFVs,
nothing,
and other
too
armored
late.
vehicles
All right?
have typically been a
But-
very
No, there's no
affordable
buts.
option when put
But-
alongside battle mechs, as mechs require enormously complex industrial
I
integration.
just wanted to see how many
plans
times I could say
to
but
actually
until it got annoying.
manufacture at
Oh,
scale
I'm not annoyed.
in an efficient
Jet probably
manner.
is. I think
And
I
due
think
to
Porky,
the
I think Porky that
limitation
people have
of
been posting
resources,
nooses and a
industrial
pig in it. I
centers,
don't know what
and
that
the sheer
means.
depth of subject matter expertise required to make such
I think
a
he's making
venture
that up,
even
Porky. No one would
possible,
ever do
let
that to
alone
you, buddy.
successful.
You're kind of like Chad's favorite
Many
guy.
of these supply chains
No one
to
would
make
Yeah,
ever
so much
exactly.
as a
post,
single
no one would
mech
ever post gifs at
frequently
Porky
span
of a pig
multiple
dying.
planets, if
pig
not
being roasted.
multiple star systems.
Why are you so
And when
hostile to
those
Porky?
supply
He's like
chains are
kind
threatened,
of like your number one guy,
cratered, or
dude.
actually destroyed, tanks and all their kin
Porky, you
become
staying warm out
increasingly
there, buddy?
viable as fallback battlefield options.
Yeah.
And that's
Just saying, are you
because
staying warm?
history has proven,
Yeah.
from the dawn of the
What are you
tank
getting
to
at?
the present
I don't know. Don't look
day,
in general.
you
Don't be
can
scared.
build a very okay, if not perfectly adequate tank.
I think he's trying
on
to
a
harass
world
you,
possessing no greater
I think he is, yeah.
than a mid-20th century
I don't know why.
level of technology. And if your industrial capacity is larger or significantly
That
more
computer, though.
complex than
Look at
that,
that thing.
Maybe he's
well,
just maybe
you
he's
can
jealous of you,
mass-produce
buddy.
vast numbers of very efficient murder machines at relatively low cost.
Murder, you
Thanks
say?
to a nasty trick called the economy of scale. Thus, this guide series is offered as a basic primer for the dangers of mass-produced armored warfare platforms, ranging from the humble to the absolutely ridiculous. With that said,
That fucking thing.
let us begin with the world of tank-shaped
You're
objects.
7 minutes in. What do
where
you mean?
may
Let us
find that
begin.
tanks
Let
are
us begin.
indeed sometimes very much optional. These vehicles are frequently the necessary glue that holds your unholy abomination of a combined arms operation
I like the
together.
idea of a unholy
And so,
abomination. That sounds great
most
to me.
appropriately, we begin with
That's
the
what you are, Gene.
Well, yeah.
Hetzer.
That's her.
I'll begin with the facts such as they are, and then proceed to the justified character assassination of the subject at hand. The Hetzer has a reputation. To most in our profession, the Hetzer is a well-known wheeled assault vehicle capable of bringing a lot of firepower to the table at ridiculously minimal cost.
Like Porky.
This is largely thanks to the extreme austerity measures
Well, I
present
mean,
in every
Porky is
possible
cost
design
effective. That
criteria
is true.
or manufacturing
Yeah, he's poor.
process decision that makes the Hetzer, well,
No,
the Hetzer. And regardless of
That's
its
not-
obvious
that's
limitations,
not at all what we were saying.
it is
I
a
mean, that's what I
platform
was saying.
so cheap and readily available that throw a Hetzer at it and see what happens is for some military organizations a tactical threshold on Maslow's hierarchy of mutually assured
Okay, I just
defense.
can't-
The
Sorry?
strategic
Burning?
reason for this is,
Poor
well,
Porky.
losing a Hetzer is really not a big deal. And if the enemy
I'm
has
fine.
something more impressive than a Hetzer to
Are you
counter
okay, buddy?
your minimal tasking
I'm okay.
of forces, you can finally justify all the
I'll be
other
able to break
stuff
Bad man
you've
say
been
mean
itching to
things?
use since the last
Yeah.
war, and thus escalate appropriately.
Well,
As
I
for the
wasn't supposed to tell you
how
this,
and
Porky,
why of the
but he's
Hetzer,
actually very
well,
jealous of you.
Let's break that
I
down.
think so.
First and foremost, let's talk Quicksell
I
for
mean,
a
it would.
moment.
That's the
As
only
one of the
reason that
many
makes sense to
popular
me why he
products
would
of
be so
Quicksell,
hostile.
The Hetzer is, I feel, quite
makes
emblematic
sense
of
to
the
me.
company's operations across known space, as it neatly sums up the strengths and weaknesses of that company's design, manufacturing, and marketing strategies, if not their philosophy as the bargain choice for what wars you may be currently fighting or intending to fight in the near future. In my humble opinion, Quicksell has a well-earned reputation for what they do.
License from Bulldog
Quicksell has forged an impressive
Manticore heavy
legacy
tank.
of near-competent
Only $35.99 a month.
or purchase smarter work, then absorbed or co-opted
Vendette
into their
medium tank.
conglomerate of manufacturers.
Even Porky can afford this
is
tank at low
counterbalanced
prices.
by their practice of accepting a
Well,
terrifying
yeah.
rate of manufacturing defects, shoddy construction practices, and borderline corporate malfeasance to cut every corner possible. They then pass all of those savings and the numerous unforeseen consequences onto the customer. However, if you need entirely too much too soon, Quicksell's sales division certainly has you covered. Because frankly, that's quite likely their entire market, if not the foundation of their entire business strategy. They ply their trade catering to the desperate, and then taking advantage of that trust all the way to the bank.
All the
Their
way.
contributions to the world of warfare largely consist of lowering the bar one product at a time to feed the paranoid requirements of blindfolded acquisition programs now hurriedly trying to make up for poor planning or the wholesale and unfounded belief in very dumb ideas.
It's fine.
Sold far and wide as a bargain bin solution to any strategic inequities you may possess. The Hetzer is, well, unique. Firstly, it's not well made, and it is unfortunately typical that Hetzer deliveries for any defense force buying them will have to contend with ever-present and terrifyingly common Quicksell manufacturing defects. It is a fact that Hetzers may arrive fresh from the factory with a lack of paint, wiring, essential core components, or even the goddamn
Hey, listen,
wheels.
do you really need paint to
As
know how to
why
rock,
customers
Gene?
would ever put up
I mean,
with
it
this?
kinda helps.
Well, the Hetzer is cheap.
Can you-
Very cheap.
You
Likely
believe
cheaper
this
still
guy?
if you buy them in
I
bulk.
can't believe it.
And
It's
knowing Quicksell, you're
it's
very
ridiculous.
likely out of
It's
smarter
unbelievable
options
with
by the
him.
time the salesman shows up to take your
It's like
money.
he enjoys
As such,
being
the
just,
Hetzer's
I don't
minimal
know,
price
like,
point makes it a
pure
platform that
evil.
is very desirable for many requiring
Very
armor-adjacent
evil.
solutions, as it is an order of magnitude cheaper than operating a battle mech, any which way you care to measure it. I need you to understand that this assessment is not an exaggeration in the slightest, as the Hetzer is even cheaper than many battle mech weapon systems. And so offered, the haphazard Hetzer is intended from the get-go as a disposable armor platform
Hetzer
for you
at
to
it.
throw at the problem until better help arrives or you can escape. The Hetzer's presence on the battlefield is a sign of crippling austerity, if not a signal of exceptionally limited means. In Quicksell's defense, however, it is cheap. So let's break down how cheap it is, so you can understand where I'm coming from. Here's a Hetzer for sale from Quicksell. Now let's use some industry math to figure out the margins. An AC-20 without ammo on the free market is about 300,000 C-bills. Take that away, and for the Hetzer itself, minus manufacturing costs, the price of shipping, short and long-term storage, taxes, delivery, RSO contracts, sales expenses, and the actual profit margin, whatever is left lets you know how much of the Hetzer is actually the Hetzer. It's an unknown number, which I'm willing to bet is between not very much and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Gerald?
Yeah, Gerald.
Please let me out.
Let
I
me
gave
out.
this lecture already. Plus, I'm out of sandwiches and it's bloody appalling in here.
Bowling.
That's right, Gerald.
That's
It's
right.
very cheap. And at that market price, that's about 2.5 brand new Hetzers to the base model Urban Mech. As such, to the discerning battlefield equipment connoisseur, the Hetzer operates under a heavy blanket of scorn, if not outright disgust. However, it still has a place on the battlefield for a number of reasons. The first is, without much worry or even care, you can modify a Hetzer however you like. Because
Like
what are
Porky.
you going to do? Ruin it? Lower its resale value? As such, there are Hetzers
Oh, I
with
can do it.
SRMs, LRMs, lasers, and many other things. Because once the AC-20 breaks, replacing it seems expensive. And, well, the Hetzer isn't.
No.
With no expensive safety systems to compromise and minimal care already for the crew's survival chances, cutting through the hull to bolt on whatever you found to replace the AC-20 is more common than you would think.
Yeah.
In fact, it just makes business sense to do whatever you please, as the platform isn't even worth recycling. The second reason is, a Hetzer crew has only to get lucky once in order to pay for itself.
Yep.
A single hit with an AC-20 that cripples a mech and takes it out of the fight has essentially proved the Hetzer's place more than any advertising campaign could ever hope to convey. And at its price point, you can afford to gamble any number of Hetzers versus any target and walk away having likely achieved your intended objectives.
Oh yeah.
And with the common understanding that owning a Hetzer is more or less a temporary affair, its crews know there is no real reason to hold back, as bringing a Hetzer back from combat is an amazing feat in itself,
No reason
which
to hold
adds
back, right,
to
bud?
the legendary
Nope.
balls-to-the-wall madness and mayhem its crews are known for. And
Hell
regardless
yeah.
of the shade cast on the little guy, its crews frequently say it
I won't
best.
say that one. I'll just imply that one.
Heads are gonna heads, mate.
That's what I'm saying.
This
man.
bad boy
That's a
can
go ahead,
fit
mate.
so much regret in it. Speaking of regret, next time around
So
we
much
talk
regret.
about the good and bad battlefield support options.
It's just really funny to me. They can't hear me. I was in the room for a minute. I was laughing. So they had so much regret in it.
That people
So much
sometimes
regret.
confuse for tanks. Until next time, stay safe.
That's it, by the way.
Keep moving forward, and I'll see you
This
at the
video is
next
23
horizon.
minutes, but it was actually only really 16 minutes. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh, pop-up. Oh, shit, animation. Glancing hit, reloading. This is my Hetzer. This one is mine.
Like it. This pork is
Oh,
mine.
Oh, shit. They're reloading.
I can't believe Gene's playing Battlefield right now, Porky.
Wow.
You're doing it, huh, Weeb? Even though you said you weren't going to play anymore today?
I'm not playing Battlefield, you are.
I'll go on Steam right now.
Go for it.
Shoddy and broken.
Let's kick this pig.
Also, I couldn't be playing Battlefield. It's only on this computer. It's not on the Titan.
Wow.
It wouldn't be. You would hear it because that's how this computer works.
Gene hacked my body and put me to sleep.
I see you're asleep on Steam.
I started my tour out in October of 49.
Nice. Support the artist.
Company thinking that things would be fine.
This was brought to you by the Not Advertisement, North Bullshit Sales. It's the people on Patreon who makes this possible. That's right. So yeah, a lot of patrons on Backman's Legion. We've seen them before. That's a shit ton. Yeah, that's a whole list of patrons after this whole thing being done. We're not gonna look through that because no, it's way too many. It's like almost 10 minutes.
A
of patrons.
strawberry.
El Cargonia.
So I'm square back in Van Zandt, and this time I am to blame.
Fantastic. Alright, 3 more videos, then we're done for the night.
Yep. Still in here.
Wow, he thinks he knows everything,
Take a
Porky.
letter to Morello's or something.
Yep.
I bet he doesn't know what 5 plus 2 is.
Yeah.
7.
But he doesn't. 8.
I bet he doesn't.
Yeah, so you got it wrong, Gene.
Gene?
What the hell is his problem?
Here, now you get to see this horror because you said that.
Would.
He's embarrassing himself. Stop staring like that. Can we just skip to the part where we kiss? Nah, we ain't skipping. I'm singing her praises at the altar till we both crying. Then it's the kiss. Then it's HMOFA all day, all week, if you know what I mean. The biker cat wife combo is such a vibe.
Squig
Oh,
physics.
look, a little squig. How quaint. Look at that quaint little squiggy. What the sock? It's got squig physics. I can't play this game, it's freaking me out. It's got squig physics. I've seen games in my day, I've seen games in my year. In 4091, I told myself when they start putting in squig physics, I'd stop playing games. Squig physics. What the suckers you laughing at? You making fun of my squig physics, boy? What's the matter? You like them squig physics? Let's write a book called Squig Physics and see how many Soggin gets by it. It was Archimedes' final theorem. I have been working on the problem of squig physics.
Super Sin Castrata.
Mein Führer, I've squiz physics.
The Duke of Ook, by the way, is the name of this channel. Not seen him before. Now we have. Egg. Sniff somebody and then goes like, ugh.
Captain, look out!
Captain, look out!
Diabetes!
Diabetes!
Get down!
Oh shit.
Oh, thank God.
You pushed him out of the way of the diabetes.
Saved your pancreas. Insulin is the #1.
Is it true that you're planning to take over the world to, quote, drink all the claws?
That's a question to you, Porky.
Okay.
Sure. He's a
Gives
jerk.
a thumbs up.
Alright, never mind.
Wow. Fucking ruined it. You ruined it, man.
That's whatever.
Can you believe you could do that after everything you've been nice to him the entire
Super
time?
Cindy Kitty Ears.
It don't matter.
Send kitty ears?
I'll just go to bed after the stream. Who cares?
That will grant them all the
I'm gonna finish
benefits
the
and
movie,
downside of being a true feline, such as vent crawling. However, in this
What did I
form,
put the movie on and then put my computer on a sleep
blood-red
timer for
silky
you?
armor, its origin is
Wow.
obvious.
Porky doesn't want me around.
What?
What?
the
Dear God.
Dear God.
I actually need to check something. Does this make me drop stuff?
Sensors to maximum.
Oh, he turned into a cat.
Your life is money.
This is... What the f*** is this item?
Turned him into a cat.
I look like a sad cat who got into some ketchup and LEDs.
Uh-oh. Clown. Look, Weeb. A
Hi.
demon. Hi.
Hello, clown?
Yeah.
We in the bathroom again?
Don't go into that room.
No, just sad. Porky.
Oh, whoa, he got zapped to shit.
I warned you.
You did.
You did. Oh, this is so good. Okay.
It's my destiny to throw caution in the wind.
Voltage side. Alright, so we're gonna take these off, and I'm preparing. I think I'm gonna kidnap Ben.
Good kidnapping. Wah, wah.
They die?
He did. Bump,
Clown?
bump.
She fucking died. Okay, we're gonna.
No, clown died.
Yeah. What the hell is that? Howdy! Hey, I got turned
Possum
into
apple
a cat.
crunch.
Some dude with a wand. Is this your persona? No!
That's a courage noise.
What the?
That was.
Virus has
Cats are
hit
demons.
research a second
Troubled.
I do not want to be this. Please, go get the guy with the wand.
Tremble screams, tremble screams, tremble screams. Is that because the person's a rat or something? Cats are demons? The person a rat person?
No!
Rat people got
That's
no
it.
reason to
I'm
live.
leaving. You guys are mean.
You ever hear that song, Weeb? Short people got no
You
reason to live?
get turned into a butterfly.
I have not known.
It's an older 80s song.
Hold on. No.
Yeah, I've heard that song.
It's about Gene Porky.
My,
No, the rat
This is
people.
true.
The rat people song's about me. It's a parody.
Did you know that Gene's only
The
4
mean
foot
guy
tall, Porky?
leave?
wow. He's 4x4?
He's a
Why is everyone
he's a
calling
clinical
me a
midget.
persona?
Weeb just wants Porky back on his good side, so he's placating to him. Because Porky's the one who's really 4'4".
John,
You
stay.
see how he's trying to divide us against each other,
Yeah.
Porky?
A little rude.
He will not divide us.
Yeah.
Porky is a lot stronger mentally than you give him credit for.
I mean, he has a smooth brain. I'd hope he's strong.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah, you literally say shit bounces off your brain because it's
Starts
smooth.
coughing.
That
Yeah, because
hurt.
he's hiding the
He's hacking
wrinkles
really
from
hard.
predators.
Really hard. I'm going to do it.
It sounds
You can't
wrong.
insult Porky if he's hiding the crinkles.
Yeah.
He took the crinkles in his pants.
Starts hacking really hard.
The ladies come for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think Jenny's so mean to Porky? Because she's so intimidated by his hunkiness.
Wow.
I do not like huggy boys, says Jenny, or do I?
Vomits in the pipes.
Uh,
I want to die to. Wow.
struggling with the
What a
chickens.
day.
Kilgore? You fuck?
Sorry, I had work to do.
You fuck? Wow.
I am sorry, but I am actively a mascot, apparently.
Apparently.
Oh. My body hurts. Gene poisoned me, chat.
With what, a shower?
Is this your office?
He infested my body with something called vitamins.
I can't tell.
I don't know
the
what they are,
darkness of the
but they
pipes.
sound treacherous.
totally
Nathan, you're a trustworthy ally. What are
I thought
these
you were
vitamins?
I can't control it. My genetics are unstable.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Jenny loves piggy boys. He does.
Oh,
She
shit.
won't admit it.
Fuck.
Sorry, I have a job to do now, Ben.
How's your game going, Porky?
Good.
That's good, buddy.
Hey,
I'm happy to hear
I
that.
can't help it. I'm sick.
He said say that again or say it in
man.
chat.
Gene.
What's the searcher's thing?
Oh, say that again or say it in chat. What did I say?
The vitamins. Being treacherous.
Oh, yeah. Nate, what are vitamin?
Holy shit.
Because Gene's been injecting them into my body for
I hate
decades
it.
now, and I'm concerned
At
they
the
might be
same
poisoning me and making me autistic.
That's Tylenol.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Tylenol doesn't make you autistic, it makes you artistic.
I'm free.
You would know that if you read my newsletter.
My mom took Tylenol, and now I like trains.
Wait, your mom too?
Yeah, I like trains. I like totals too.
Hi, Tuz.
I like totals.
Hi, Tuz. Tuz are cool.
Don't fuck
Vitamons are Japanese monsters kept inside little pills. Are they beneficial or evil? I have so many questions for you, Nathan.
Fucking mimes.
Hey, Kilgore, why is there 3 Kilgores? I can just walk out if I really want to. And they're into your body. Let me see.
Beneficially evil.
Wow.
Mr. Nathan, I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm an asshole.
I'm an asshole.
I've had that thought before, but I don't believe it personally. Something about that doesn't feel right.
You did?
So I loaded up the Xbox app earlier today to see what's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, you know what? I want to see what all these niggers rave about. So I downloaded NBA 2K26.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, well, I like FIFA. Maybe this is like another sports game. I'll play it, and then I'll get into it.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most dog-tripe,
Yeah.
horseshit
Yeah.
game ever invented by a man.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. The whole career mode is retarded. The whole point of making a basketball player is to be able to be a hero in the basketball court. And I did not feel a hero. I felt retarded.
The only one of those games I ever liked was like NBA 94, which was the Super Nintendo, because it was just really easy and you could just play teams. It was actually really just easy. It wasn't like it was a great game, but it was just like easy to play.
I am very disappointed in their offering.
I'm going to shoot you.
No shit.
Well,
BA 97 on the PC was fun.
Yes.
Thanks, Nate. I won't trust him. I won't trust the voodoo man in the Hawaiian shirt.
You probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
I stand by what I whispered.
Did you know
You didn't whisper it.
I poop bombs?
I stand by what I whispered.
Shrimp is making hash brown and fried eggs.
Nice. Yeah. For us.
Really? Yeah.
For your friends?
So we get some, right?
What's he gonna do? Slam it in his computer?
I'm back.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Right in the pan.
Right in the yeah. Puppy.
Oh, thanks.
Bork. I almost thought that was a video for a minute.
Doesn't do anything.
Oh shit. Flood.
Alright. Oh no! I'm pooping!
I'm pooping.
Ah! Run! A poop!
Run, it's poop. Alrighty. There we go. That was the Duke of Ook. So he's a monkey.
Why does he have to be a monkey, Gene?
I mean, that's what his thing is. He's a monkey in a paper bag. In a spacesuit. With a crown on. That's his thing. That's just his thing. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's got a thing.
But what's Porky's thing?
Pig. He's actually technically a pig dressed up as a frog. Not the other way around, not a frog dressed up as a pig. So there's Porky's thing.
I'm a guy dressed up like a guy pretending to be another guy.
It's true. Yeah.
That's Guyception.
It is. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for Fans of Fiction. Love you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow for some Hollywood Animal. If you're
I'm
around
sorry,
to
chat. To make it up, I won't be there tomorrow.
No, you need to be there tomorrow. I don't have the game.
I mean, tomorrow night.
Oh.
Just to make it up for you, Chad, I won't be there tomorrow night.
Why not? Now I feel abandoned.
Because Chad doesn't want me there.
They do. They do want you there.
Porky just said so mentally.
can't. He doesn't have mental. He doesn't.
No.
This motherfucker doesn't have thoughts. You kidding me? He has a brain full. He can't have thoughts. He can't even picture an apple in his head.
Long and yellow.
That's not what an apple is, dumbass. That's a banana.
Well, maybe it's a porky apple. Think about that.
What? All right. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna go watch the end of the movie we were watching earlier in the Discord. If you want to join us and Weeb the People.
We're gonna watch Spookers.
Then we're watching Spookies afterwards. That's right. All right. Love you guys so much. See ya. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.